by HCC is being made possible by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934.
Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, helping provide prescription drug take-back boxes in Mason County.
Mason PUD3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Regional Athletic Complex, or the RAC, in Lacey, Washington. Today, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has a first-round matchup in the District 2-3 Fastpitch softball tournament featuring the North Mason Bulldogs and the Franklin Pierce Cardinals. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for today's game is Jerry Apple.
How you doing, Diedrich? Glad to be here.
North Mason is the number 15 seed with a 6-10 record. Franklin Pierce has an 11-9 record and is seeded 10th. The Bulldogs, who play in the Olympic League, have been off for a week after dropping their regular season finale to North Kitsap 12-2. The Cardinals wrapped up 2A South Puget Sound League play Tuesday with a 14-5 win over Washington. Coming up, Jerry will get you the lineups and batting orders, and of course, we'll have the first pitch. It's a loser out. First round matchup in the District 2-3 Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. The North Mason Bulldogs versus the Franklin Pierce Cardinals. Next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because I felt like a failure. And then I realized, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal Fiber Internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
And we're back at the RAC in Lacey for District Fast Pitch Softball. Jerry, can you run through those lineups for us?
I sure will. Thanks, Diedrich. For the visiting North Mason Bulldogs under Coach Steve Valley. Leading off will be number 13, the left fielder, Kendall Mathis. Batting second, number 1, the shortstop, Sarah Pruitt. Batting third, number 22, the third baseman, Alyssa Hatfield. Batting cleanup, the center fielder, number 2, Audrey Johnson. Batting fifth, number 11, the catcher, Jenna Markison. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Adriana Crowley. Batting seventh, number 7, the second baseman, Jordan Young. Your designated hitter, batting eighth, is number 10, Cheyenne Emboy. Batting ninth, the right fielder, Stephanie Arbogast. And your pitcher tonight for the Bulldogs is number 23, Jocelyn Walker. And now for your home team, the Franklin Pierce Cardinals. And the Franklin leading off will be first baseman center fielder Emma Hoffmeister. Batting second, number 7, the catcher Rhea Higgins. Batting third, number 10, the pitcher Lila Kinich. Batting cleanup, the second baseman number 4, Riley Aloysia. Batting fifth, the shortstop Caitlin Ekarter. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Elena Garcia. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Bailey Bem. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Ivy Velasquez. And the batting ninth is the left fielder, Lindsay Gate. And now up, your first hitter for the visitors, North Mason, the left fielder, number 13, Kendall Mathis.
All right, and Kendall, let's see here. Kendall, where is she? There she is. She was 0 for 2, walked once, struck out once against North Kitsap. And she'll lead things off here. We get the district tournament underway here at the RAC in Lacey. Okay. I'm not sure what the delay is.
Was I going too slow?
Yeah, you got to pick it up, Jerry. Pick it up.
Okay.
All right. So here is the first pitch from Kinnock to Kendall Mathis. Pitch on the way. And is in there for strike one. So Mathis will step back in, waiting for the next pitch. Pitch on the way, high, ball one. So 1-1 is the count. Top of the first, just underway. First batter for the Bulldogs here. This part of the bracket, they got to win 3 in a row to advance to state. Here's the next pitch on the way. That's low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
How many of these teams go to the state?
I believe it's going to be 5.
5 teams, okay.
I believe so. I'd have to double check that, Jerry.
All right.
Here's the next pitch. Swing, and that one's fouled out of play over our heads into the play area. So that evens the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for North Mason and Kendall Mathis. Waiting for the pitch. And that'll make the count full, ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for the Bulldogs. Pitch on the way. And that will be a leadoff walk.
So on first base is Kendall Mathis, and now up is number 1, the shortstop, Sarah Pruitt.
Let's see here. Sarah did not bat. We're told that she's recovering from her broken thumb. Took her out of, I think it was a swim game, Jerry. Pitch on the way, and in there for strike 1 to Pruitt. Mathis will, well, it looked like she was taken off there, Jerry, but she went back to first. So here's the 0-1. Swing, and that one's going to be grounder foul. Nice play out there by Coach. So it's 0-2 to Sarah Pruitt.
Yeah, he was telling me he played slow pitch up until about 45.
Well, yeah, a nice open hand grab there. Didn't quite glove it, but he did a nice play.
Yeah, he did stop it.
Here's the 0-2. Swinging a fly ball. That's headed to right field. Coming in is going to be Beam, and that'll drop foul. And it'll be still 0-2 to Sarah Pruitt. Everybody smiles here today. I like it. Infield in a little bit for the Cardinals, at least first and third. Again, runner at first base. Kendall Mathis pitch in the turf, and that's going to get away. And Mathis makes her way over to second base on the
Game
pass
time
ball.
temperature 64 degrees. Supposed to get up to around 80 today, 82.
We'll see. See if the clouds clear. Supposed to, as Jerry said, but I don't know. It's a little colder than I expected today.
Yeah.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a line drive. That's going to drop into center field for a base hit. Mathis to third, coming around the corner. She's going to come in, and the Bulldogs are on the boards first, and it's an RBI double. North Mason up 1-0.
Yeah, give her an RBI, Sarah Pruitt. And now up is your third baseman, number 22, Alyssa Hatfield.
Alyssa was 1 for 3. Did strike out once, however, against North Kitsap a week ago. 1 in, 1 on, nobody out. Pitch on the way. Low ball 1 to Hatfield. She does play a mean third base, doesn't she, Jerry?
She does. She does a real nice job. Good glove.
Step in. Wait for the 1-0. Pitch on the way. Another line drive. That one's going to go into right field, drop in up against the fence. Around in third is Pruitt, and that's a 2-0 lead, and 2 back-to-back RBI doubles for the Bulldogs, Jerry. They're up 2-0.
And give Alyssa Hatfield an RBI. And now up is your cleanup hitter, the center fielder, number 2, Audrey Johnson. And I was impressed with Audrey having to move from center field to shortstop in the game that we were announcing. She has a great glove, just never played that position before. It takes a while to get used to throwing to first base.
And Audrey 0 for 2, had an RBI and struck out once against North Kitsap on Friday. You know, I saw her last night at the school board meeting, that she's one of the 2 student reps.
Yeah.
Really kind of excited about playing today.
Good for her.
And people ask, well, where are you playing? She says, I don't know. I just get on the bus and go play. So
I'm glad I have a good third baseman on the team I play on, because I can't stretch very far.
So 2-0, nobody out, 1 on, 2 in for the Bulldogs here. Audrey Johnson steps in, face Kinnock for the first pitch, and she takes strike 1.
Audrey hits with some power.
She's such a little thing, though. You never think that such a small frame can hit some power there. Here's the next pitch on the way, swing, and that one's grounded to third. It's bobbled there, and Johnson safe at first, but they got Hatfield in a rundown, and she slides into the tag for the out there. 1 away, but Johnson safe at first on that fielder's choice there after the bobble. So 1 out, 1 on, 2 in for the Bulldogs here.
And now up is your catcher, number 11, Jenna Markinson.
Jenna was 0 for 2, walked once and struck out once against North Kitsap. Here's first pitch to Markinson. High ball 1. So again, 1 out and 2 in, 1 on. Audrey Johnson over at first base. Pitch on the way to Markinson. She'll hit a high fly ball shallow going out, and Alicio grabs it for out number 2, and Johnson will hold it first.
And now up is your first baseman, number 21, batting 6, Adriana Crowley.
And the first pitch to Adriana, swing and a miss. Runner goes, throw to second. She's out. They got Johnson trying to get to second. Damage was done, however, and the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the frame. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
Back at the rack in Lacey, District of Softball, Fastpitch softball, 2-0 North Mason with an early lead. Coming up, it'll be the Franklin Pierce Cardinals. Jerry?
And leading off will be the center fielder, number 15, Emma Hoff. And what's interesting is I'm glad to see that not only the catcher, but the third baseman and the pitcher both are wearing masks, all three of them, and that's great. The other thing that I like is in the warm-ups, the third baseman comes in, so there's no distractions with the pitcher when they're throwing the ball to first base.
It's Hoffmeister, Jerry. You forgot the rest of her name.
thank
Emma
you.
Hoffmeister.
Yes.
0 for 3, walked twice and struck out once.
Yeah, you're correct.
Against
that long names, you know, on that sheet.
In the poor little book that I gave Jerry, so small, he has to squeeze everything in. And I have to correct him on the big sheets.
Yeah.
She'll lead things off for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 North Mason with an early lead.
It's Hoffmeister.
Hoffmeister in the pitching circle for the Bulldogs is Jocelyn Walker. Again, the catcher is Jenna Markison. First pitch from Walker to Hoffmeister. On the way, swing and a miss for strike one. Got a lot of activity going on here. We got 4 fields going, 5 fields going.
Yeah.
5 fields going right now. It's going to be a nonstop softball for the next 2 days here at this complex in Lacey. Here's the 0-1. That hit the strike zone, Jerry. I'm not really sure what that was, but I can't see it.
Yeah, a lot of slow pitch played here.
So 0-2 to Hoffmeister to lead things off for Franklin Pierce. Pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball right to Pruitt. Pruitt gloves it, throws it over to first. Got her.
Stretch.
Wow. Good stretch out, as Jerry said, by Adriana Crowley for the out.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. And now up is your catcher, number 7, Rhea Higgins.
And Rhea was 1 for 2, had 2 RBIs and walked once against Washington on Tuesday. So 1 out, nobody on for the Cardinals. Here's first pitch. Swing and a little ground ball. It'll be scooped up there by Young. Toss it over to Crowley at first for out number 2. So 2 away for the Cardinals here.
And now up is your pitcher, number 10, Layla Kinich.
Layla was 0 for 1, had an RBI, walked 4 times, and scored 3 runs on Tuesday. So 2 out for the Cardinals from Franklin Pierce. 2-0 North Mason with the lead. Bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. A little bit outside for ball 1.
Sun's starting to come out a little bit more.
Yeah, I can feel it on my back. I like it.
Good.
As long as there's no rain or hail coming down, we're okay. Pitch on the way, swing, and a fly ball that's going to foul up the first base line out into the crowd for strike 1. So 1-1 is the count. 2 out, nobody on for Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, we had fun the last time we announced a game in Shelton, and we didn't think it was going to rain.
I was assured by certain people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by certain people, including myself, and I was wrong. So 1-1 the pitch on the way, outside for ball 2. So 2-1 is the count. To Higgins. This was up, right? Higgins? No, Canuck. Right.
Yeah, Canuck.
Canuck is the batter.
That pitcher.
Not the pitcher. Pitch on the way, that's high for ball 3. So 3-1 to Canuck. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 out, nobody on for Franklin Pierce here. Bottom of the first inning, 2-0 North Mason with the lead. Pitch on the way, and that will be a walk.
So Layla Kenich is on first base. And now up is your cleanup hitter, the second baseman, number 32, Riley Alosio.
And Riley, 2 for 3, had a double, 3 RBIs, walked once, stole 2 bases, Jerry. So, yeah, we were chatting with the coach earlier about that. He says, we just go. We like to go. We like to run. We like to steal. So runner on first with 2 out for the Cardinals.
And they're not afraid to steal when they have to steal.
Right. A little chat here. I think we're going to have a courtesy runner. We certainly do. And I don't see a number on her little hoodie there, so there's no number, Jerry. I don't know. You have the, yeah, we'll just have to guess who's at first base. Runner at first with 2 out for the Cardinals. 2-0 North Mason with the lead. Bottom of the first inning. First pitch in there. First strike.
And I'm sure the North Mason's been told by their coach, Steve Valley, hey, watch for the run, watch for the steal.
So here's the 0-1. Ground ball. Hatfield can't get to it, gets into left field. And the Cardinals have runners at first and second now. With 2 out.
Now up is your shortstop, number 3, Caitlin Agater.
Caitlin was 1 for 3, batted in a run, walked twice, stole 4 bases, and scored 3 runs on Tuesday against Washington. So 2 out and 2 on for the Cardinals in a 2-0 ball game. Bulldogs on top. Franklin Pierce at bat. Here's the first pitch. High ball 1.
And this is where it's so important for both teams to back each other up, especially on an overthrow.
And we have a timeout here. Oh, we're going to tell the runner at second to take off her hoodie so we know who she is. We'll assume.
And I'm not sure if that is required. I don't think it is, but
number 8, Jerry. Number 8 on my sheet is Esperanza Beam.
Well, I've got FC Bim.
Yeah, Esperanza Bim. So Esperanza Bim is at second base. Okay. 2 out, 2 on. Here's the first pitch, or second pitch in there for strike 1. So it's, 1-1 count, sorry.
What was interesting before the game, I was made aware of by the coach that they have 2 outfits. And so sometimes we might have the wrong number, and we do apologize for that.
Said something to the effect he has old ones, old uniforms, new uniforms, and different numbers. Pitch and a fly ball. That's going to drop in for a base hit, and it's going to be bobbled out there. Here comes one run around to score. Bim scores 1, and there's an RBI double as holding up at third base. So 1 in and 2 out and 2 on now.
That was good to hold her up, you know. And now up is your 6th hitter of the order, the third baseman, number 23, Linnea Garcia. 2 runners in scoring position, Diedrich.
Linnea was 1 for 3, had a double, an RBI, and walked twice on Tuesday. Runners at second and third for the Cardinals with 1 in and 2 out. Damage was done here with 2 out, by the way. Pitch on the way, little ground ball that goes foul. Update everything.
And we need to give Caitlin Agater an RBI on that nice double.
Right. Get the 1 run in. 2-1 is the score. Bottom of the first inning. Linnea Garcia, the batter, with 2 out and 1 in. 2 on. Pitch on the way. Strike 2 called. So 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out, 1 in for Franklin Pierce. Here, runners at second and third. Pitch on the way. High ball 1. 1-2 now the count. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count. Again, 2 out and 1 in, 2 on. Here's pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning, but the Cardinals get 1 back. It's now 2-1. We head to the second inning. North Mason with the lead. And coming up, this is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Second inning to play we go. Jerry, quickly, we have a batter up there. It's Adriana Crawley.
Yep, first baseman leading off. She was up when the last inning when our runner was thrown out at second base.
She swung and missed at the first pitch to lead things off here. 2-1 is our score. North Mason with the lead. There's a little foul off the tip of the bat.
What's interesting in the first inning, North Mason had 2 runs and 2 hits, and Franklin Pierce also had 2 hits, but just 1 run.
So 2-1 is our score. North Mason with the lead. Top of the second inning. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and that was a dropped third strike actually, but it's out number 1 as throw to first base.
And now up is number 7, the second baseman, Jordan Young.
Jordan was 1 for 2, had a double, struck out once against North Kitsap on Friday. So 1 out for North Mason here, leading 2-1. Pitch on the way and swing and a miss by Young. So nobody on for the Bulldogs with a 1-run lead. Pitch on the way, and that one's fouled over our heads. It hits a screen, Jerry. Got a nice, tough, thick backstop here, Jerry.
Yes, and a high backstop.
Yeah.
Higher than most.
So 0-2 the count to Jordan Young with 1 out and nobody on in a 2-1 ball game. Here's the 0-2. That one's look out and over our heads. And hits behind us, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Got to have the ball. Jordan Young steps back in with a 0-2 count, 1 out. Pitch on the way, ground ball, gets by third baseman into left field. Young rounds the corner at first and holds up there, so there's a 1-out single.
Yeah, and that was hit hard.
Yeah,
just a solid hit.
Yeah, Garcia couldn't quite get to it. It just went by her too fast.
And now up is your designated hitter, number 10, Cheyenne Emboy.
Well, if she was wearing 10 in the last game.
Yeah, and it was Betancourt. We were.
Yeah, 1 for 2, scored a run. So 1 on and 1 out for North Mason here with a 2-1 lead. Pitch on the way. Fly ball, that's into center field out there and dropping it. And Young is going to be tagged out or forced out at second base. She was going to go back and tag up, but she kind of got lost in no woman's land out there.
Yeah, exactly.
She did the right thing to try and go back and tag up, but got caught there in the middle.
And now up is your right fielder, number 12, Stephanie Arbogast.
Yeah, Stephanie was 0 for 2. It takes ball 1. With 1 on and 2 out for the Bulldogs here in the top of the second inning, leading 2-1. Here's a pitch on the way. There's a strike 1. So 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Arbogast. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
It's interesting, Diedrich, if you watch Stephanie Arbogast, how she goes forward, doesn't keep her feet still when she's batting. Kind of reminds me of Ichiro.
Yeah, starts at the back of the box, goes to the front of the box. Here's a pitch on the way. It's going to be ball 2. So 2-2 is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on for the Bulldogs here in the top of the second inning, leading 2-1. Here's the next pitch on the way. It's going to be outside for ball 3, so the count goes full, and 3 balls and 2 strikes to Stephanie Arbogast. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and that will do it for the Bulldogs here in the inning. They leave 1 out there. We head to the bottom of the frame, still 2-1, North Mason.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
Bottom of the second inning in North Mason 2, Franklin Pierce 1. The Cardinals are coming up.
And now up is number 22, Bailey Bim, the right fielder.
Bailey was 2 for 3, had an RBI, walked twice, stole 3 bases, scored a run against Washington on Tuesday. Pitch on the way, ground ball up the middle. It's going to be gloved there by Pruitt. She'll scoop it up, throw it over to first, and Crowley right on target for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Nice play by Sarah Pruitt there at shortstop for the North Mason Bulldogs. And now up is number 21, the first baseman, Ivy Velazquez.
Yeah, Ivy was 0 for 2, had an RBI, walked 3 times, stole 2 bases. Pitch on the way, in there for strike 1.
That was a nice pitch there, how it dropped the last.
Yeah. Slowly dropped, might add.
Yeah.
So 0-1. It's 0-1, no balls, no strikes. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right to first base, but bobbled, and Crowley had to get to it. Tag the bag. Did they get her? Yes, they
got
did.
Her.
Oh, boy, what a nice heads-up move by Adriana out there to bobble the ball, go there, and then just outstretch it and hit the bag with her glove for the out. So they're 2 away.
Yeah, good thinking. And now up is your left fielder, Lindsay Gate, number 10.
Now Lindsay 0 for 1 and walked once. Is it Gate or Gade?
Let's see.
I have a Gade down there. First pitch in there. for ball.
You are absolutely correct. It's Gade.
You're just
thanks for the correction.
Not reading your own writing there, Jerry.
Well, I was reading my writing. I just didn't spell it correctly to start with.
Pitch on the way. That's ball 2, so 2 balls, no strikes.
Good catch. It's always nice to be able to pronounce the names correctly for these student athletes.
And I'm assuming that the information that I have is correct, which with all the sources that I went and researched before the game. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 1.
And I'm amazed how well you do that. That's great, the information that you're able to find and then provide to us. Big help.
All right, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 2. And I just checked the Game Changer app there, Jerry.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually Gatey. So you had it spelled right. So the information I have is wrong.
Oh. Ooh.
It's spelled G-A-T-Y. Or at least that's what it's on the Game Changer app. Okay. Pitch on the way, the 2-2. In there for strike 3, and that will do it for the inning. And
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We head to the third. Still 2-1 North Mason.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact.
We're just going to have to get right to the play, and these warm-ups have gone really quickly again, Jerry.
Okay. Leading off is number 13, the left fielder, Kendall Mathis. In the first inning, she had a walk, and then she scored on an RBI by Sarah Pruitt, who is on deck.
So we're in the third inning, right, Jerry? Yeah. Top of the third. Trying to update everything. I have a routine, folks, and I got out of my routine. Pitch on the way for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to Mathis. Leading things off here in the
and this has turned out to be a really good game. Exciting, close.
Here's the next pitch on the way. Still a bit high for ball 3.
And 2 pretty equal teams, it looks like, Diedrich.
Looks like Port Angeles is coming in here, Jerry, for their next game, and there is a walk.
Yeah, that's her second walk of the game. Good eye, huh? Yeah. And now up is your shortstop, Sarah Pruitt, who had a double and an RBI and scored the second run back in the first.
Pruitt steps in, wait for the first pitch with 1 on, nobody out. High ball 1.
I was impressed with Sarah's fielding ability, and her ability to throw to first was good.
She was really missed.
Yes, she was. She was.
Weeks. Pitch on the way, swing and a fly ball. That's to left field, hooking foul into the dirt and out of play, so 1-1. But she got a lot of that for strike 1.
I agree with you. She makes a big difference.
Makes a big difference.
Yep.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out for the Bulldogs here. Top of the third inning, North Mason leading at 2-1. Next pitch on the way, outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 on. Kendall Mathis over at first base for the Bulldogs. Pitch on the way, swing and a ground ball right up the middle. It's going to be gloved there. Turn around and throw to second. got her just in time. Nice play there by Lucio to just spin around and throw it over to Caitlin. Caitlin?
Yeah, that was a close play.
Okay. So that's out number 1. And Pruitt's over at first base, though.
Okay. Up now is third baseman number 22, Alyssa Hatfield. Alyssa had an RBI and drove in 2 runs back in the first. So she's made a big difference so far in the offense.
All right. So 2-1 ball game, still to score. 1 out and 1 on for the Bulldogs. And Alyssa Hatfield steps in for the first pitch. Pitch in there. I guess that's a ball, Jerry.
What was interesting, North Mason had 2 doubles in a row there in the first inning.
Right. Hatfield looks at the pitcher, waiting for the next pitch. It's a 1-0, pitch on the way. Fly ball, that's hooking foul up the first base line, out of play. And that'll make it 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on for North Mason here. Third inning, 2-1, they lead. Sarah Pruitt at first. There's a fly ball. Shallow center field on the run. To grab it over her head was Hoffmeister for the out there, and Pruitt holds at first base. I'm sorry, out number 2.
And now up is your cleanup hitter, and that is center fielder Audrey Johnson. And she was involved in a force out there in the first inning.
First pitch to Johnson. Runner and a throw over to first. Pruitt back safely. Pitch was a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. To Johnson. Pitch on the way. And again, another throw to first. And Pruitt is back safely. And that pitch was a ball.
Yeah, Pruitt's definitely challenging the catcher.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 outs here with 1 on. Higgins wants to get out of this inning. Throwing a runner out at first base. Here's the 1-1. Runner's going to go, throw to second, and she dropped the ball.
Yeah, they had her. The tag was there, and then at the last moment, she dropped the ball.
So she's safe. So Sarah Pruitt is safe on second base, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Audrey Johnson. 2 out, 1 on, 2-1 ball game. North Mason with the lead. Pitch on the way into the turf. And it's another throw down to second base.
She is challenging her. But the catcher's beat the challenge.
Yeah. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Audrey Johnson. See that she's just bothered by a runner being there. Pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball. That is out of play over our heads. You just can't stand there and not expect something to come down on your head.
Don't worry, Diedrich. I got you covered.
This lady back here was just talking to somebody. Ball dropped right in front of her. So the count is full to Audrey Johnson. She'll step in. 2 out and 1 on. Sarah Pruitt over at first base. Pitch on the way. Swing, and that one's kind of a half swing there. They hit the bat, goes foul. What are you pointing out, Jerry?
She's on second.
Did I say first? Okay, well, she's on second. Time called.
I got to give Diedrich a bad time because he's 95% right, and I am only 5% right. So
I don't think that's right.
I get a chance to challenge him a little bit.
I don't remember what I said, so I'll have to go back and check the recording. Count is full to Audrey Johnson with runner at second base, 2 out high, and there is a runner at first and second now as Audrey heads to first base.
And that's the 3rd walk given up by Franklin Pierce. And now up is your catcher, Jenna Markison. And Jenna flew out to the left fielder back in the first.
So runners at first and second for the Bulldogs. They're leading 2-1 here. We're in the top of the third inning. Pitch on the way to Markison. In there for ball one. I was assuming that was a ball because there was no action by our home plate umpire. So 1 ball, no strikes to Markison. Pitch on the way. That's a strike one called. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out and 2 on. Number 1 and 2 on second and first. Pitch on the way, swing, and that one's fouled off the screen above our heads for the second strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jenna Markison. Winner of this game will face the loser between Ording and Port Angeles, which is the next game on this field. Pitch and a fly ball. That's center field on the run to grab it. Nope, off her glove. Rounding third and coming to the score is Pruitt. And here comes Johnson for 2 runs in. And Markison has a 2-run double and gives North Mason a 4-1 lead.
And she got 2 RBIs on that.
So 2 in and 2 out for North Mason here in a 4-1 game.
And now up is your first baseman, Adriana Crowley. She is 0 for 1, struck out in the second inning. 2 runners scored on that double, and that was Sarah Pruitt, and also Audrey Johnson scored.
Courtesy runner for Markison, and that will be Charlie Brown. Should head out to second base, and I think we have a pitching change coming up, Jerry, as number 15 coming in, do her warm-ups. And on my sheet, Jerry, that is Hoffmeister, is that right? Number 15? Wrong one. Flip it over. To check everybody out here.
Okay, yes, number 15.
Yeah, okay, so new pitcher is going to be Hoffmeister for the Cardinals.
And she was playing in center field before that.
Right. Now, Emma Hoffmeister pitched the entire game against Washington, gave up 5 runs, 2 earned on 8 hits, struck out 12 with only 4 walks. So the ace comes in, try to get the Cardinals back in this game. They're trailing now 4-1 in the third inning. And who heads out to center field? Did you see that change, Jerry? I did not.
I cannot see the number on it.
I'm going to have to use the eagle eyes and see if I can find it here. Does not say here, Jerry, so I can't help you. But we have a new pitcher. Put Hoff down here. Cross that out. All right. So the batter is Crawley.
0 for 1.
Pitch on the way, high ball 1.
She throws with some speed, you can tell that.
She's got to find the location.
And Franklin Pierce probably is not happy about having to come in so early, being their top pitcher.
We're assuming she's our top pitcher. We don't know for sure, Jerry. Everybody's equal in everybody's eyes, right?
The way she throws.
The way she throws, I'm sure you're right, Jerry.
Yeah,
the way that she went the full game on Tuesday, so
yeah,
likely she is their top pitcher. So 0-2, however, to Crowley with a 2 in and a runner on second base. And there's a fly ball into center field. Is going to drop in. Brown rounds third, heads in to score, making it 5-1, and an RBI single with 2 out, Jerry. North Mason adds on with a new pitcher in there.
So 3 runs have come across this inning, and now up is number 7, Jordan Young. Got a single in the first inning.
She takes strike 1. So 2 out, 1 on, 3 in here in the inning. It is 5-1 North Mason, top of the third inning. Pitch on the way, swing, and that one's going to be fouled off the fence, off the third base line for 0-2.
So far, North Mason has had 2 hits, a double and a single, and assisted by 2 walks. So that's how they've got their 3 runs in this inning.
Here's the 0-2 to Young. It's high for ball 1. Throw to first, and you've got Crowley sliding into second as there was no third. Throw to second. So Crowley is safely over there at second base.
Nice base running there.
Looked like she was going to be caught in no woman's land there between the bases, but she just took off.
Yeah.
And made it over there. And there was no throw from first to second.
Heads up.
Yep. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Young. Pitch on the way. It's going to be ball 2, so 2-2. So Young will step back in. Runner at second base. It's Adriana Crawley. There's a turf ball, and Crawley's going to run to third, throw to third in time. They got her, and that'll end the inning. But the Bulldogs add a couple. They now lead 5-1. Way to the bottom of the third. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a down line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a down line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Bottom of the third inning we go. 5-1 is the score. North Mason with the lead, and coming up is Franklin Pierce.
Is Emma Hoffmeister.
Now pitching.
Yes, now pitching. And she's 0 for 1. She grounded out to the shortstop, Sarah Pruitt, back in the first inning.
Walker still in the pitching circle for the Bulldogs. No changes that I can see in the defensive lineup. Here's the first pitch to Hoffmeister. A little curveball dropped in a little bit outside for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 5-1 is our score. Hoffmeister looking for the 1-0. Going to ground ball right there to Pruitt. Backhands it. Throw over to first. Got her just in time.
What a play by Sarah Pruitt on how she gloved that ball to her outside and then threw it nicely over to first base.
Yeah, she backhanded, Jerry.
Yeah, she
That's
did.
A really pretty play.
Very pretty.
And the throw just on target for out number 1. So 1 away for Franklin Pierce here.
And now up is your catcher, number 7, Rhea Higgins. She grounded out to the second baseman back in the first.
First pitch to Higgins is high for ball 1.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play.
Like we said, without Sarah Pruitt out there, it's a completely different team for the Bulldogs. But she's out there today. Pitch on the way. Another high one for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes.
And I'm imagining it's her glove hand that's got the sort of
the thumb. Actually, no. You look at it, it's her throwing hand's got a little tape on it. There's a
does
fly
it?
ball that's out of play off the first base line. Look at her right thumb, Jerry. There's some white tape on it.
Good catch.
Doesn't seem to be bothering her throwing at all.
Yeah, it doesn't at all.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. To Higgins. 1 out, nobody on for the Cardinals from Franklin Pierce. Pitch on the way. Fly ball, high center field, coming in to get it in the dirt there, or in the turf, is going to be Johnson for out number 2.
And now up is your, she's no longer pitching.
Maybe she's in center field, Jerry.
I believe she is. And she walked and scored the only run for Franklin Pierce back in the first. Yeah, I think she is playing.
Canuck. Yeah, pitch on the way. That's going to be low and ball 1. Get to my right screen here. So 1 ball, no strikes, pitch on the way. It's still a bit high for ball 2, so 2 balls, no strikes to Canuck. 2 out, nobody on for the Cardinals here. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 5-1 North Mason with the lead. Franklin Pierce at bat. Pitch on the way. Inside for ball 3. So 3-0. I was told before the game that I I'm illegally squatting on this table, Jerry. But he could use the big table over there. Pitch on the way, and there is, oh, that's a strike. I thought it was a ball, but strike 1 called. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Canuck.
And the home umpire, is doing a nice job of letting us know what the count is. That's always appreciated.
Yes, it is. Pitch on the way and a line drive right into the glove of Kendall Mathis. She only had to move slightly to her left, and that will do it for the Cardinals here in the 3rd. We head to the 4th. 5-1. North Mason with the lead and coming to bat.
This broadcast is copyright protected by Digiproof on behalf of Diedrich Allen and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of its contents, pictures, descriptions, and accounts without the consent of Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, MasonWebTV.com, and Hood Canal Communications is prohibited.
And we head to the 4th inning. North Mason leading 5-1. Coming to bat, Jerry.
Yeah, it's Jordan Young, and she got a single back in the 2nd inning.
Takes strike 1.
And she was up to bat when somebody was thrown out there. Back in the last inning.
Right. Next pitch, a swing and a miss by Young for strike number 2. Trying to catch up here, folks. So 0-2 to Young, leading things off for the Bulldogs here. They're leading by 4 runs, 5-1. There's a fly ball. That's playable high in infield. Hoffmeister calls it in the pitching circle, grabs it. A little extra help with her second hand, and that's out number 1. For the Bulldogs.
And now up is your designated hitter. Let's see.
Number 10 is up.
Yeah, number 10, Cheyenne Imboy. And she got on by way of an error back in the 2nd inning.
So 1 out, nobody on for North Mason, leading 5-1. Pitch on the way. That one came back fast at us, Jerry, for strike 1. Made me jump.
You did?
I did a little bit.
My reflexes are not that good, so.
I'm not going to make a comment. I was going to make a comment, but I'm not going to. Sinboy with a 0-1 count. Pitch on the way. Ooh, that looked like a good pitch, but it's just a bit high. for 1-1.
I'm like Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect.
No respect. No respect at all. I do respect it, Jerry. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So 1 ball, 1 strike,
well,
1
I
out.
appreciate you letting me know about the game.
Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Lion boy.
I am very happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here too, Jerry. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tin boy. Just step back in. 1 out, nobody on for North Mason here, leading 5-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and down she goes. So that's out number 2.
And now up is number 12, Stephanie Arbogast. And Stephanie is 0 for 1.
Hoffmeister looks a little impatient waiting for Arbogast to get into that batting box and get the right sign.
But they don't have a certain amount of time
No,
to
they
get the
don't.
ball.
She's just standing there with her hand on her hip. It just looked like she was. Oh, there's a little ground ball. It's going to be scooped up there by the third baseman. Throw over to first. It's late. Arbogast ran it out.
So
Garcia
give her a single.
Yeah, Garcia kind of got to it a little slowly and threw it over, and it was just a half step late. So 1 on and 2 out.
And now is your left fielder, number 13, Kendall Mathis. And Kendall has 2 walks already in this ball game, 0 for 0, and had a walk, 2 walks, yeah, and did score the first run for North Mason.
She took strike 1 on the first pitch.
You know, we always laugh when you got 2 walks and you're
0 for 0, yeah.
I mean, no official bats.
Well, how is that not an official at-bat? I don't get that.
But you can't get an RBI if the bases are loaded.
Yeah. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
Oh, okay, now we got an interesting situation.
And there's a throw off the glove, and Arbogast is safe at second. She was caught there in no woman's land. And Higgins, the catcher, kind of looked at her, and then threw it. And still Arbogast ran it out. She's safe at second. So base runner at second base, now 2 out, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mathis. Pitch on the way, a fly ball that's going to go foul off the screen, out of play.
And Kendall Mathis could provide another insurance run for North Mason here in the top of the 4th.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. This makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes now. So the count is even. 2 out. Stephanie Arbogast at second base for North Mason. They're leading 5-1. We're in the top of the 4th inning here at the Regional Athletic Complex in Lacey for district fast pitch. There's a fly ball, shallow. Gonna get to it. Drops in fair. Mathis rounds third, comes in to score, and there's an RBI double, Jerry.
Yep.
With 2 out, and the Bulldogs add on, making it 6-1.
And now up is your shortstop, number 1, Sarah Pruitt, who we've talked about has scored 2 runs.
And playing a heck of a defense.
Oh, yeah. Had a double in the first inning.
Pitch on the way. First pitch is in there low for ball 1.
But she's 1 for 2.
6-1 is a score. 1 run in, 2 out, 1 on for North Mason. Kendall Mathis is at second base for the Bulldogs. Looking to add some more insurance. Pitch on the way. Fly ball. That is going to go out of play over the dugout, over into the pathway between fields, Jerry, for strike 1. So 1-1. I like to describe things. I don't know why. It's the radio guy in me, I guess. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 1 on, 1 in for North Mason here in the 4th inning. They're leading 6-1. Here's a pitch on the way. Fly ball, high, shallow. Going out to get it is, it dropped over her head, and coming in to score is going to be Mathis, and that makes it 7 2-0, and safe at second is going to be, that was Pruitt.
So give Sarah an RBI, and I guess you give that a double because it wasn't touched.
Yeah, it went over Alicia's head. I don't know if she lost it maybe in the clouds or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if it had touched the glove, then we would have had to charge an error. But she'll get a double on that and definitely gets an RBI. And now up is your third baseman, Alyssa Hatfield. Alyssa had a double in the first and flew out in the third to the center fielder.
So 7-1 now, first pitch in the turf for ball 1 to Hatfield. Let's get that updated properly. 7-1 is your score. North Mason has scored 2 runs with 2 outs here to increase their lead to 6 runs. Here's a pitch on the way. Strike on the inside for strike 1, 1-1 the count.
I think one thing that's really helped North Mason in this game so far is they're playing really good defense.
Got a ball in from another field over there at third baseline, Jerry. That's one of the downsides of multiple field complex in a tournament like this. Especially between these 2 fields, it seems they're pretty close. Between 1 and 2, or I'm sorry, 2 and 3. Pitch on there, and that's going to be ball 2, right? Yes.
See what the umpire says.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike, Jerry. He didn't make much of a movement. Yeah, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Good.
2 out, 2 in, 1 on.
It's real hard to see the scoreboard.
That one's fouled off the first baseline. Yeah, I know.
It's real hard.
So that evens the count at 2-2 to Alyssa Hatfield. Again, Sarah Pruitt is over at second base.
Yeah, Alyssa already has an RBI.
In a 7-1 ball game here. A new ball out there for Emma Hoffmeister in the pitching circle. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on, 2 in. Pitch on the way. High for ball 3, so that'll give a full count. So 3-2. Next pitch on the way, that's high, and that will put runners at first and second now. As Hatfield heads to first, off the walk.
And now up is your center fielder, number 2, Audrey Johnson. And she is 0 for 1, walked and scored in the 3rd inning.
So Hatfield at second. Hatfield at first, Pruitt at second. I don't know why I'm getting that backwards. Pitch on the way to Johnson. She'll line one right to the second baseman. Scoop over there to, who was it? That was Caitlin Garcia for the out, and that'll end the inning, but the Bulldogs add on. Way to the bottom of the 4th. It's 7-1. North Mason, Franklin Pierce coming up. Uh-oh. Well, Jerry, I think I've got a little technical issue here. So I guess we'll keep it here if you have something to add here. Something happened over here on this computer. Well, Jerry, you have a summary of that last inning?
Yes, I do.
So go ahead. We're still on.
You're on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta figure what's going on.
North Mason, in the top of the 4th, had 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 doubles. One by Kendall Mathis and the other one by Sarah Pruitt.
I'm not really sure what's going on with my computer that plays all the commercials, Jerry. It's not working over here, so we'll just roll on. Go ahead. We're good.
Okay. Now up is your cleanup hitter, number 32, second baseman, Riley Aloysia. And she got a single back in the 1st inning. So she's 1 for 1, Diedrich.
Okay. I don't know what happened over here. I'm going to have to figure that out. But we got a ball game to call here. So first pitch in there for ball 1. Don't
You
worry
got to
about
turn me up.
Yeah, what do you mean turn you up? All right, fine. So that was ball one. Pitch on the way, swing and a fly ball. That's going to drop in over the head of Pruitt.
And let's give her a single by Riley Lorenzo. That's her second hit of the ball game. And now up is your shortstop, number 3, Caitlin Engerdarter. She has an RBI and a double. But I can't hear you, Diedrich.
Because I'm not saying anything, Jerry. Here's a pitch on the way. Outside for strike 1.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't hear me? Oh, that's because that's going on there. Now you can.
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay,
well
there we
now.
go.
I thought maybe I forgot that I don't have my hearing aids in.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out computer problems and call a game here, Jerry. So
Okay, I'm going to keep going for you.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's 1 strike. Okay. A ground ball, that's going to get by Hatfield, and will roll to the left field. Mathis will pick it up and throw over to third, and runners are now at first and second.
Yeah, 2 singles in a row. And now up is number 23, the third baseman, Lania Garcia. She is 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning.
Been nothing but computer problems the last couple of days, Jerry, so I'm not really sure what's going on here, but we are here. We're going to stay on regardless. Pitch on the way, a ground ball. That's going to be gloved by Pruitt. A little scooped over to Hatfield at third for the out there, and that'll be out number 1.
That was a nice play by Pruitt. She's getting the lead runner there, thinking all the time.
Where to go.
Yeah.
So 1 out, 2 on for the Cardinals here.
And now up is right fielder. This is number 22, Bailey Bim. Her sister also has played as a courtesy runner back in the first inning.
So the first pitch to Bim is in there for ball 1.
And Bailey is 0 for 1. Grounded out to the shortstop. Back in the second.
So here is the 0-1 pitch to Bim. Swing and a line drive. Can't get to the glove there by Jordan Young, just off her glove. And here comes a run to score, sliding in safely is Garcia. So that makes it 7-2 now.
And give a single and an RBI to Bailey Bim. And now up is the first baseman, number 21, Ivy Velasquez. And she grounded out to the third baseman, or first baseman, excuse me.
So we're going to have a meeting in the pitching circle here. Not sure if it's time to pull Walker or not, Jerry.
No, I don't think so. I think they're just talking about just settling her down and
get the infield all on the same page.
Yes.
Let's see if I can't get this computer to reboot here somehow. And it's not working. Huh, that's just weird. Let's unplug this for one. Huh. All right, so Walker's going to stay in there in the pitching circle. Everybody's going to head back out. And 1 run is in. Runners there at first and second for the Cardinals. Pitch on the way, swinging a fly ball. That's playable. It's going to drop in. Drops in for a base hit. There's a runner coming to third and throw to home, and the bases are now loaded for the Cardinals.
Yeah, at first they didn't think that it was going to drop in, and that's why the runners kind of held, or there could have been a score there. So I'll give that a single, and now up is number 10, your left fielder, and I'm going to say Lindsay, help me out.
We're going to say Katie.
Okay, thank you.
Swing and a ground ball right up the middle. 1 run will come in to score, and the bases remain loaded, and another run comes in. It's now 7-3.
So give an RBI to Lindsay.
Here's Hoffmeister coming in, Jerry, to come to bat with the bases loaded and 2 runs in.
And she is 0 for 2, grounded out both times to the shortstop.
And there's only 1 out for Franklin Pierce here.
3 singles in a row. Actually, 4 singles in this inning for the Cardinals.
First pitch is in there for a ball. Markson did a good job keeping that ball in front of her. So that's 1 ball, no strikes to Hoffmeister, the pitcher. Bases are loaded, 1 out. 2 runs are in here in the inning. Pitch on the way high for ball 2, so 2-0. So there's the 2-0. Makes it 3-0 on that pitch. Another high one. So 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, 3 on. And 2 in for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It is now 7-3. Franklin Pierce trying to get some, make a comeback here. Hoffmeister shows bunt, takes a pitch outside, and that'll walk in a run, Jerry.
So give an RBI to Emma Hoffmeister on that walk. And now up will be number 7, your catcher, Rhea Higgins. And Rhea is 0 for 2, flew out to the center fielder. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
Yeah, it does, Jerry. It looks like Walker's day is done, or at least to this game. And coming in is going to be number 9. That's Alyssa DiMatteo, the junior. Let's see what Alyssa can do here. And I still haven't gotten my computer back, Jerry. So if you can talk up a storm while I mess around over here.
Yeah, Alyssa we've watched her pitch, and she's getting better. She's getting more confidence. She's taking her time out there on the mound, which is good. So it's got a pretty good fastball there. I mean, you can tell she's got some velocity on that.
So we'll have a new pitcher. I'm still messing around here. I got an error message I can't see, Jerry.
All right.
I'm going to have to make a little adjustment. So, folks, you get a uninterrupted game here.
Yeah, so far we've had 1 run scored in this inning, and of course the bases are loaded for Franklin Pierce, and the tying run is up at bat.
Yeah. Oh, it says I have a low battery. How's that at all possible? All right. Well, it says the battery is low for some reason, Jerry. I don't know how that's possible. It's plugged in.
You want to put a new one in?
Oh, I can't do anything with the computer, Jerry. We'll just have to go the rest of the way without commercial breaks. I guess that was great for everybody, except for our sponsors. So the bases are loaded. It is 7-4. Franklin Pierce trying to mount a comeback here. Pitch on the way, and that it's going to get another run score on a wild pitch. That makes it 7-5 now. And only 1 out, and runners are now at 2nd and 3rd.
2 runners in scoring position, and the run came across. This is the 2nd run of this inning.
So it's now 7-5. There's the next pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball. It's going to score at least 1. Here's 1 run, a bobble out there in left field. Here comes another tying run, and that makes it 7-all. So Franklin Pierce has come back, Jerry.
Yeah, they've scored 6 runs or 4. What do you have for a score?
It's 7-7, Jerry.
Okay, so they have scored 6 runs in this inning.
and one out, one on now. And 6 are in. It's a 7-7 ball game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. All knotted up. Pitch on the way. Another ball, good stop by Markison to keep that in front of her for ball 1.
And number 20 is a new player.
That's Riley Alocio or not? No, it's not. Number 20. That's the center fielder in, I think. Is it not? Pitch on the way, and that one, they can say it hit her. So the Cardinals have runners at first and at second now. This is a loser out bracket game, so the pressure's on to win. And to make it to state, you got to win 3 games in a row, and it's a hard road in this bracket, Jerry.
Yeah. And now up is Riley Aloisio.
Okay.
And Riley is your second baseman. She has 2 singles so far. 2 for 2.
First pitch in there for a ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Aloisio with runners at first and second. Tie ball game at 7. Bottom of the 4th inning. Alyssa DeMatteo is in the pitching circle now, taking over in release of Jocelyn Walker. A relief, I should say. Pitch on the way, and that one's high for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out and 2 on. 6 in here in the inning.
Yeah, big comeback.
Yeah, they were down 7-1 coming into this inning, and now it's all tied up. 7-7. Here's the next pitch. That's a strike.
Nice pitch in there.
So 2 balls and 1 strike now. Here's pitch on the way. That's low for ball 3, so 3 balls and 1 strike. A throw over to third, and we got runners kind of getting back to base here. Runners remain at first and second for the Cardinals. Three balls, 1 strike. 1 out, 2 on, 6 in for Franklin Pierce here. Pitch on the way. Ground ball that goes foul off the first base line. So that brings the count full at 3-2.
And Franklin Pierce has batted around. This is the second time up for Riley Aloisio. She's had 2 singles.
I think I know what's going on here, Jerry, and why everything's dying here is because
phones?
No, I think it's the plug is not working. There's no power here. I didn't check that. Hopefully we can keep going on because everything's running on battery power.
Okay.
For some reason. Pitch on the way. That's a walk, and the bases are going to be loaded for the Cardinals again. So the bases remain loaded. 1 out, 6 in. And that'll bring up number 3, Jerry. Who is that? That's.
And this is up is
okay.
The shortstop, number 3, and this is Caitlin Agater.
There's going to be another meeting in the pitching circle. Go ahead, Jerry.
And she's 2 for 2. Has scored a run. Has an RBI. Got a double in the first, and had a single in the 4th inning. And so this is the 11th hitter up in this inning. 11th hitter.
Yeah, 6 runs are in, and we are tied. We came into this inning at 7-1 with North Mason on top. It is now 7-7. The wind's coming in from our back, which is nice, except it's picking up on the mic somehow.
Yeah.
I think I know what's going on. I'm going to have to, if I could sneak over there. Maybe between the next half inning, I can sneak over there and see if I can figure out what's going on with our power.
You got 2 outs?
1 out.
1 out.
1 out.
Okay.
And the bases are loaded. This is the, the 4th time the bases have been loaded? Pitch on there, and that's strike 1 called.
Yeah, this is the second time that Agerter is up. She scored back in the in this inning already.
Right. Here's the next pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and Markinson's trying to make everybody go back to base. And that was ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Agerter. So again, 1 out, and the bases remain loaded. 6 runs are in here in the 4th inning. 7-7 ball game. Pitch on the way. High, and that'll be ball 2, so 2 balls and 1 strike. Pace of this game is just kind of ground down, hasn't it, Jerry?
This is actually the 13th hitter up in this inning.
Pitch on the way. That's high for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
And if you'll notice, North Mason is playing in a little bit to cut off this run. This is an important one to keep from scoring for North Mason. So they're playing in a little bit.
Here's a pitch on the way. A swing and a miss for strike 2. So the count is now full to Agerter. With the bases loaded, 1 out, and 6 runs in here in the 4th inning for the Franklin Pierce Cardinals. Trying to complete the comeback here and get their first lead of the game. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing and a fly ball, shallow. Coming in is Mathis. It'll drop in between Pruitt and Mathis, and then run comes in to score. And the ball kind of ping-pongs around, and Crowley ends up with it. And that gives the Cardinals an 8-7 lead.
So give it RBI to Agerter, and she's now 3 for 3. And up now is number 23, the third baseman, Linnea Garcia. And Linnea is 0 for 2. Was it a force out in this inning already?
Here's pitch on the way, a swing and a miss for strike 1. So
bases are still loaded.
7 runs are in. The bases remain loaded, 1 out.
14th hitter up.
Here's the next pitch on the way. That's going to be high and ball 1, so 1-1 is the count. Here's next pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's an 8-7 ball game, bottom of the 4th inning. So here's the pitch on the way. That's high for ball 2, so 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 3 on, 7 runs in here in the 4th inning for Franklin Pierce. They now lead 8-7. Here's the pitch on the way. It's
nice
right
pitch.
Yes,
right on that outside corner.
And that's out number 2 for Franklin Pierce. But the bases remain loaded.
And now up is your right fielder, number 22, Bailey Mim. Bailey is 1 for 2, had an RBI in this inning already, and has a single to her credit.
Here's first pitch to Bim, swing. That one's fouled off the screen quickly off the first base line for strike 1. It's an 8-7 ball game. Franklin Pierce has come all the way back and taken the first lead, all in this inning and all with 1 out. There are now 2 outs. Bases remain loaded. Here's pitch on the way. That one's fouled off.
Okay, I flinched.
And Jerry reacted to that one. So no balls and 2 strikes now to Bim.
This is a 15th batter this inning for North Mason.
Franklin Pierce, right?
Yes, Franklin Pierce, the team in the red.
And in the red with the black pants. Here's the next pitch on the way. Strike 3 called, and the Bulldogs get out of the inning, but the damage was done. Oh, we head to the 5th. It is 8-7. Franklin Pierce with the lead, and I'm going to try to fix our power problem. So I'll leave this all in the hands of Jerry.
Yeah.
And he can summarize what happened.
I sure can. Well, we had 7 runs on 6 singles in that inning for the Franklin Pierce Cardinals.
Did that just turn you off, Jerry?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to put this down. All right. We just have no power, Jerry, and I don't know if we'll be able to get through this.
Okay, now up is the catcher, number 11, Jenna Markison. Jenna had a double and 2 RBIs back in the 3rd inning. So she's 1 for 2.
That first pitch was really high, and for ball 1. Update that.
I appreciate Diedrich. He's our technology person.
Yeah, but when technology fails, it's not fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on.
It's frustrating, but
yeah,
we're still on, right?
Yeah, we're on for another 22%. I don't know what that means. Pitch on the way, and that's ball 2. I do think I got maybe. I may or may not have a. Nah, I do have this. At least I think I can keep us going with this thing.
We're in the top of the 5th here, everybody.
Pitch on the way, and that one's still high for ball 3.
And we want to thank you for listening to the game today. We appreciate that. We appreciate our listening audience.
And our viewing audience, Jerry. You keep forgetting about the video.
That's true.
First strike 1, so 3 balls and 1 strike.
We appreciate our audience.
Yep. To Jenna Markison. Next pitch on the way. That's strike 2 called, so the count is now full to Markison.
Right on that inside corner.
Yeah. This is not working either. Yeah, we'll hope it'll hold. We hope it'll last here, folks. Pitch on the way. That's high, and there is a leadoff walk.
Okay, the tying run is on first base. And now up is the first baseman, number 21, Adriana Crawley. And she is 1 for 2, had a single and an RBI back in the 3rd inning.
So 1 on and nobody out for the Bulldogs here.
Top of the 5th.
Yeah, we're on the 5th, right? Yeah. Board hasn't been updated. Pitch on the way, high for ball 1. I know exactly how to fix it, but I can't do it in 60 seconds, which would mean to run out to my car and get my battery box. But it's not happening. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 1, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, runner at first base, and Jenna Markison. 8-7 is the score, top of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way, high for ball 2, so 2 balls and 1 strike.
I'd like to recognize Adriana Crowley. for playing a good defensive game there at first base. She did a great stretch on that one throw that was thrown by Sarah Pruitt.
And she has 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the way for strike 2. Pitch went in there. She looked up at the umpire and he said strike. I'm going to have to talk to Ole here and tell him I'm not getting any power. You may need to know that. He's doing the next game here.
Okay.
Pitch on the way. Fly ball. That's going to
drop,
drop in.
Looks like.
Yeah, but it's fair. It drops in for base hit. And the Bulldogs have runners at first and second now. It's Crawley's at first, and Markuson is at second.
I'm not sure if that sun out there is playing a little bit of havoc for them. It looked like it did there. Now up is Jordan Young, number 7, and your second baseman. And she is 1 for 2. Flew out to the pitcher back in the 4th inning.
First pitch in there for a ball. So ball 1. So we didn't mention that the winner of this game gets the loser of the next game in the loser out bracket of this tournament. If North Mason makes it to the next game, the game would be at 2 o'clock and we'd have that game, and I would have to go get my battery box or find somebody here in the facility to get us power. Pitch on the way, shows bunt, and it comes in. That's going to be strike 1. She did swing.
The only problem,
She kind of checked it, but he said it went. No appeal. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out and 2 on for the Bulldogs here, trailing 8-7. We're in the top of the 5th inning.
And Jordan Young has an opportunity to get a couple runs in.
Swing, and that one's fouled straight back for strike 2. I flinched at that one, and I have no idea why.
Jordan is trying to get 2 runs in and get the North Mason Bulldogs back on top.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, 2 on. Runners at first and second for North Mason. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss by Young, and that'll be out number 1.
And now up is number 10, your designated hitter, Cheyenne Emboy. And Cheyenne is 0 for 2 so far.
Pitch on the way, swings and misses. So that's strike 1. Next pitch on the way, another swing. That's definitely a swing, although she tried to hold up. So strike 2, so 0-2 the count. Again, we have runners at first and second, 1 out for North Mason here, trailing by a run, 8-7, top of the 5th. Pitch on the way, that's high, and ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Envoy. Here's a 1-2 pitch. High for ball 2, so that evens the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. Markson at second, Crowley at first, and that one's fouled off, and the count remains. I did not flinch. I went back and looked up.
Well, it's a very tall fence, which is nice, too.
Yeah, so the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dane Boy.
Provides a lot of good protection for my friend.
Pitch on the way, a swing, and that is out number 2.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts in a row. And now up is Stephanie Arbogast. And Stephanie is your right fielder, and she is 1 for 2. Had a single in the 4th inning and also scored.
Pitch on the way, and that'll be strike 1.
One for 2 for Stephanie.
It's a low for ball 1-1.
I still like that stance that she has, where she kind of
runs at the ball.
Yeah. Does that remind you of somebody?
Yeah. Yeah. Can't get his attention. There's no power here, so he's trying to find it out. A pitch on the way, a little ground ball that's going to go foul. Count remains 1 ball, and now, well, 2 strikes. I don't know if he can even, maybe he can get the power back on. I didn't have time to do so.
Well, it's good that you notified him.
Well, I tried to. He can't get his attention. Anyways, the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on for the Bulldogs. Here trailing by a run. There's a ground ball that sounded like it might have cracked the bat there, Jerry. That goes foul.
Yeah. The tying run is on second base. And
the go-ahead runs over at first.
Yeah. And what's interesting is the girls can play with the aluminum bats, but the boys can't.
Right. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be strike 3 called.
Oh,
and
boy.
That'll do it for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, struck out the side.
Yeah. She got into trouble, and then she got out of it by striking out the side. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 8-7. And Jerry, I'm going to see if I can. Where did he go? I'm gonna go talk to him for a minute. Hold on.
Okay. I can always.
Sorry, folks, just trying to be friendly to our competitor announcers here.
We appreciate them helping us out, trying to restore the power.
Yeah, but it's his table we're using.
Well, we appreciate him for that, too.
Yeah, we do. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 8-7, the Franklin Pierce Cardinals are coming to bat, and they have that 1-run lead. And we're I got a battery here, so we will stay on for a while on our streaming abilities.
What's interesting, Franklin Pierce scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th as a home team, and they had 16 hitters come up.
Right, we're on the inning later, and they're looking to add some insurance on here. If they don't get the power for Ole Archibald, I will volunteer my battery box for him to use.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Well, hopefully they'll get the power back on.
Ivy Velasquez is up now, and she is 1 for 2, had a single and scored in the last inning.
Just waiting for the first pitch from DiMatteo, who's in relief and struggling a bit here to contain the Cardinals, and that first pitch was a ball.
Yeah, and we're in the bottom of the 5th, everybody.
Yeah. Bulldogs had built a 7-1 lead. They got the first 2 runs in the game. Cardinals got one back. North Mesa was able to increase it to a 7-1, and then the Cardinals have come back and taken over here in the last inning.
But it has made for an exciting game.
It has.
It really has. I like it when you have 2 teams that are competitive with each other. It makes it just so much more fun. Exciting.
Yes. 2 balls, no strikes to Velasquez. Pitch on the way. Oh, just hit that outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah.
So 2 balls and 1 strike now.
Nice pitch.
So here is the 2-1. That's a fly ball. That is going to go off the screen. Foul. So it evens the count of 2-2. Leadoff batter here for Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, Ivy Velasquez.
Velasquez.
Yeah.
Velasquez. Or you just call her Ivy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ivy, that's her initials as she fouls another one off. The count remains 2-2.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Ivy, and Ivy is her initials. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. This is the leadoff batter for Franklin Pierce here in the 5th inning of play, bottom of the 5th. Cardinals lead 8-7. There's a ground ball right up the middle, and that'll get into center field. Johnson will glove it just inside the dirt, and there is a leadoff single.
And to be tournament eligible, you have to have artificial turf. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
Even though it's artificial infield,
right,
natural grass outfield, but that does
same as Shelton.
Same as, well, the baseball field. The softball field in Shelton is all artificial.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that correction.
So we have a batter. Who is this, Jerry? With one on, nobody out. Pitch on the way. That's a foul tip. This is number 10. This is
Lindsay
Katie.
And she is 1 for 2. Had a single back in the 4th inning.
Pitch on the way, a ground ball, or actually a fly ball. It's going to drop in. There's a throw over to first for the out on the play. However, runner makes her way to second base. So 1 out and 1 on for the Cardinals.
And Ivy advances to second base on that force out. Now up is your pitcher, Emma Hoffmeister. And Hoffmeister is 0 for 2, did have an RBI and a walk back in the 4th. Emma Hoffmeister.
So here's the first pitch. Oh, looks like a good pitch, but it's ball 1.
And she's done a pretty good job out there pitching the last couple innings.
We're in the 5th, right? This is the bottom of the 5th, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because they're the home team.
Right. Next pitch in there, still high, ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to Hoffmeister with 1 out and 1 on. IV over there at second base for the Franklin Pierce Cardinals.
And the home team is determined by the team that has a higher seed.
Right, in the first round, I'm sure. Pitch on the way and a fly ball center field over Johnson's head. Ivy will round the corner at third, head in to add a run in there. And there's a stand-up double with RBI double. And that makes it 9-7.
And Ivy Velasquez scores on that double by Emma Hoffmeister. And now up is your catcher number 7, Rhea Higgins, and she was hit by the pitcher in the last inning and is 0 for 2. Has a walk. This is her 5th time up.
So 1 out, 1 in, 1 on. There's a fly ball. It's almost playable, but it drops foul for strike 1.
That was the second RBI by Emma Hoffmeister, who's standing up there at second base.
It is now 9-7. Franklin Pierce added 1 on here in the inning after coming back and taking the lead in the last inning. Pitch on the way, ground ball right up the middle. Here comes Hoffmeister. Throw to home is off, scores in there, and it makes it 10-1, and there is
a stand-up double.
Yeah, you gonna call it a stand-up double?
Well, I would call it. Okay, I would call it a single, and then
an extra base.
Yeah, an extra base. You're absolutely right.
It makes it 10-7 now. 2 runs have scored, and there's only 1 out for Franklin Pierce here in the inning.
And now up is your number 10, Leela Kenich, and Leela is got 2 walks already in this game for the Cardinals, and she is
There's
One
a
for
pass
two.
ball. Actually, I call that a wild pitch. And on the play, heading to third. So runner at third base now for the Cardinals. And the count is 1 ball, no strikes. 1 in, 1 out. 1 on over at third base is the runner. 1 ball, no strikes is the count.
Kenich was your starting pitcher, and I believe now she's playing center field.
Next pitch is low and outside. Ball 2. So 2-0. I just pulled. We should be fine. I'm actually charging my one streaming. There's a fly ball, center field. Johnson had to let it go 1 hop, tagging up and coming in to score. I didn't even have to.
Is Rhea Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins didn't have to tag up, but she did. And that will be another run comes in. It's 11-7 with the runner at first now.
And that was a single by Leela Kenich, and she gets credit for an RBI. And now up is your Riley Alosia, the second baseman, number 32, and she's having a good game. She's 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk.
Like
and she's your cleanup hitter.
She wanted to really smack one there, swung and missed. She put a lot of effort into that one. So 11-7 now.
3 runs have scored so far in this inning.
Jerry's reading my mind again. As I'm about to say it, he says it. It's scary. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be ball 1. So 1-1 is the count to Alocio.
So we're looking at 11-7?
Yep, 11-7 is their score. Bottom of the 5th. 1 out, 1 on, 3 in. Runner over there at first base. And the count is 1-1. Pitch on the way, shows bunt. She made contact, it goes foul, so that's strike 2.
And 1 out, you said? Okay.
It's just 1 out. 3 in, 1 on. Got a lot of activity going on somewhere, a lot of cheering.
Yeah, I think it's to our right.
It's over there somewhere behind us. That's easier to say.
Okay.
Here's the 1-2. Swing, and they miss. That is going to be out number 2 for the Cardinals here.
And that brings up your shortstop, number 3, Caitlin Agator. And she's doing very well. She's 3 for 3, Diedrich. A double and 2 singles, and has scored 1 run.
So 2 out and 1 on, 3 in for the Cardinals here in the inning. We're at the bottom of the 5th. Pitch on the way, run a coast, throw to second, and she's safe.
Yeah, right underneath the tag there.
It's a good throw, just a tad behind.
Yeah, Leela Kenich is now on second on the steal.
And that was...
Now you got to run in a scoring position for Agator.
That was a strike. That pitch was called a strike. So 0-1 to Agator. Here's the 0-1. High. Ball 1, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 1 on, 3 in for the Cardinals here in the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th. They're leading 11-7. Cardinals have gotten to the pitching of the Bulldogs here the last 2 innings. Pitch outside for ball 2, so 2-1. My microphone's picking up that wind, Jerry. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Agator. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swing a fly ball that goes over the backstop and out of play. Nice play out there. Nice catch over there, Jerry.
Yeah.
Good play by somebody in the crowd. Bare hands it. So 2-2 the count to Agator. So here's the twos. 2 out. Two balls, 2 strikes. Only 1 on, but 3 in. Pitch on the way. Fly ball. That one's going to get out of play. Yep. Hit just right in front of the
good hustle
dugout
by the first baseman.
Yep. Adriana Crowley trying to get to it. Another ball in here. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 1 on. 3 in.
Pierce trying to get an insurance run or
another one. They're leading 11-7 now. Next pitch on the way. That one again is fouled out as Gagater is just battling.
Yeah, Caitlin's 3 for 3, Diedrich. Having a really good game. And playing well at shortstop.
So count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 on, 3 in. Bottom of the 5th, 11-7. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right back to DiMatteo. She'll throw it over to first. Crowley bobbled it, but managed to drop it in front of her, pick it up, tag the bag, and that'll do it. But the Cardinals add a couple more, and they now lead 11-7. We head to the top of the 6th. Jerry?
Yeah, 3 runs on 4 hits.
We'll change that to no outs, and we go to the 6th top. We'll update that. Maybe I will take that power that he offered. And I'll be right back, Jerry. And my mixer's now powered too. So there we go, Jerry. We've got some power.
Good.
Maybe by the time we'll get to the end of this game, we'll have a computer charged up enough to play a couple of commercials. So we head to the top of the 6th inning. And Mathis leads things off, takes ball 1.
Yeah, Kendall has a good eye. She is 1 for 1, a double, RBI, and has 2 walks. Good eye. She has a good eye. Leadoff, well, of course, a leadoff hitter should.
Right. Job is to get on base, right? Next pitch is high for ball 2, so 2 balls. And no strikes to Kendall and Mathis.
And, of course, I think you might have said it. We're at the top of the 6th.
Yep, we're in the top of the 6th. If you're wondering, just look up at the top left of your screen. And it's usually pretty accurate. There's a fly ball that's going to go foul, but it's in play, and there is an out. Nice grab out there by Garcia for out number 1 for the Bulldogs here in the 6th.
And now up is your shortstop, Sarah Pruitt. She has 2 doubles. She has 2 RBIs, and she is 2 for 3.
1 out, nobody on for the Bulldogs here in the 6th. Pitch on the way, and that's going to be ball 1.
And I sure am impressed with her. With her ability out there at shortstop, makes a lot of nice plays.
There's a 1-0. Pitch on the way. Ground ball. That one came over our heads almost for strike 1, so 1-1. You know, I fake like it's a reaction, Jerry, but I lean back to make it like I'm not flinching. Does that work? No.
Yeah,
Sure.
Okay. I didn't flinch that time.
I did. So 1-1 is the count to Sarah Pruitt. 1 out. Second batter here in the inning, pitching a check swing. She went strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sarah Pruitt.
Yeah, broke the wrist there.
One out for the Bulldogs here, trailing by 4 runs. Pitch on the way, and that's outside, a little bit low for ball 2. The count is even at 2-2. Sarah Pruitt trying to get on base. The Bulldogs need to get some base runners out there, stay in this game. Here's pitch on the way, swing, and that one's fouled off the top of the field 2 sign, Jerry. And the count remains 2-2.
I know at slow pitch, we can't cross the home plate. We have to cross that line there because old guys like me would get hurt if we had to slide or interfered with the catcher. So it's kind of interesting having our home plate basically on the run in, way over.
Okay. So Pruitt still
significant.
Yeah, Pruitt still has a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way. That's going to go over. And if Jerry had his glove, he would have caught that. Yeah, you would have if you had your glove. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sarah Pruitt. Let me try to update that again. There we go. So 3-2 to Sarah Pruitt with 1 out.
Sarah's trying to get something going here for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th.
Trailing by 4 runs, 11-7. Nobody on and 1 out. Count is full. Pruitt looks in. Hoffmeister pitch on the way. Line drive is
nice
drop
hit.
in for a base hit up the third base line into left field. Pruitt slipped at first base and then trots over to second for a 1-out double.
Oh, she starts something off here. She is 3 for 4. She's had 3 doubles already in this ball game. And now up is your third baseman, Alyssa Hatfield, number 22. She is 1 for 2, has a walk, has a double, and an RBI.
They call a little timeout there to get Sarah Pruitt a brace for her hand, that injured hand.
Yeah, that's right.
A little projection, I think, out there for her. So Hatfield is the batter. With a runner at second base, first pitch in there for ball 1.
Now, Sarah's a senior, right?
Yes.
Okay.
One of 3 seniors on this club. That was a pass ball, so Pruitt's going to hit over to second, or so from second to third, I should say. That makes it 2 balls with no strikes. The seniors for the Bulldogs, Sarah Pruitt, Audrey Johnson, and Alyssa Hatfield. Just to throw that out there. Pitch on the way. A little fly ball. It's going to hit the turf fair and then roll foul. And everybody goes back and resets. And that's strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Alyssa Hatfield. Audrey Johnson's on deck.
With an artificial turf like this, I would say the ball is going to jump a lot more than it would on a regular grass field.
Or dirt.
Or dirt field,
Dirt field.
Dirt field.
Well, grass as well, you know. Here's the 2-1. There's a fly ball. That one's playable. Somebody get to it, but it drops foul. So that puts the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on.
And Alyssa's trying to score Sarah Pruitt from third base.
Yeah. Hatfield steps back in, waiting for Hoffmeister to toe the rubber again. There's a pitch on the way.
Ooh, close.
That was really close. Called ball 3, though.
I think it was a good call.
A little bit high, I think. Location looked good.
Yeah.
But then we're offset, so what do we know? So the count is full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out and 1 on. Sarah Pruitt at third base. Pitch on the way to Alyssa Hatfield. That's high, and the Bulldogs have runners at the corners.
Yeah, that's the second walk for Alyssa Hatfield. And now up is your cleanup hitter, the center fielder, number 2, Audrey Johnson. And Audrey is 0 for 2, had a walk back in the third.
There's going to be a meeting at the mound here, Jerry, for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they're probably talking about 2 things. If the ball's hit to the infield, where do they go with the throw?
Right. Do you concede the run and get the out?
Yeah.
Only have 1 out.
Do you do the safe, make the safe play?
Yeah. Be very aware of what can happen here.
Try to hold that runner at third and then maybe go to second.
Pitch on the way and a fly ball. It's going to go right back over everybody's head. Look out. Nope. It's for strike one for Johnson. Getting some progress on my computer, Jerry, now that I have power back.
You know, are we on?
No, yeah, we're going. Go ahead.
We, in a game like this, playoff game, you're not going to see as many substitutes. You're going to see some courtesy runners, but not as many substitutes.
Pitch on the way. It's inside and low ball. 1-1 is the count to Audrey Johnson. Runners at the corners, first and third. 1 out.
And Audrey's had some success. I think she's got a couple home runs this year, hasn't she?
I'd have to go deep into the archives, Jerry.
I'm pretty sure she does.
I'm sure she does. Pitch on the way. Line drive, fly ball, center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Here comes Pruitt for 1. Hatfield rounds second, heading for third. She's going to hold up there, and there's an RBI double for Audrey Johnson, and the Bulldogs get 1 back here, and it's now 11-8.
So now we got 2 runners in scoring position. Nice bat there by Audrey, and Sarah Pruitt scored on that to make it 11-8.
So here is Gemma Markison, the batter, the catcher.
And she is she's 1 for 2, has a double, has 2 RBIs, has a walk.
And she
takes a pretty good night.
Yeah, she takes strike 1. It's afternoon now, Jerry, isn't it?
No, it's still morning.
It's still morning. Okay, so yeah,
we're both
11:55 is the score, or is the time actually? Our score is 11-8. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right to and getting past the diving shortstop. 1 run Hatfield comes in to score. Here is Johnson sliding in for 2 more, and that makes it a 1-run lead for the Franklin Pierce. So the Bulldogs have come back.
Yeah, the batter on deck is supposed to let the runner coming into home whether they need to slide or not. They didn't need to slide there. Okay, so 2 RBIs by Markison, and now up is your first baseman, Adriana Crowley, and Adriana is having a good night also. She's 2 for 3, 2 singles the last 2 times up.
She took the first pitch to strike 1. It's a 1-run lead now for Franklin Pierce with 1 out and 2 in, 1 on over at first base.
And the lead,
Markison.
Yeah, the batter is the lead runner, or lead potential
go-ahead run.
Yeah.
In Adriana Crawley. Here's a pitch on the way, swinging a fly ball that could be playable, and the catcher gets the out there, so that's out number 2 as Crawley flies out to the catcher, and runner holds at first base.
And now up is Jordan Young, and she is 1 for 3. Had a single back in the second inning. So she's 1 for 3.
So Jordan Young will step in with Jenna Markison on first base. And,
tying run?
Yeah, tying run. 2 runs are in here. Pitch on the way, a fly ball. That's going to drop in for a base hit, and Markison holds up at second, so the tying run is now in scoring position.
And 3 runs so far in this inning.
3 runs. You're right. I said 2. It's 3. It's 11-10.
And now up is number 10, the designated hitter, Cheyenne Emboy. And Cheyenne is 0 for 3 so far.
So there's 2 outs and 2 on. Jordan Young is at first. Gemma Markison's at second, pitch on the way high for ball 1.
Well, we've had several lead changes here, so could happen again here if somebody gets a single or double.
Just 1 ball, no strikes, pitch on the way. There's strike 1 called, so 1-1 is the count. 11-10 is the score.
Like I said, exciting game.
Back and forth it goes. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He got a little piece of it, but strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dan Boy. Runners at first and second, 2 out, 3 in. 11-10. Franklin Pierce with the lead. Swing and a miss, and down goes Boy. But the Bulldogs come a little closer. They pull within 1. It is now 11-10. And Franklin Pierce is coming up. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back in a moment.
Coverage includes screenings for depression. Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
There it is. I'm sorry. Having some technical issues with myself. Right now we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Franklin Pierce Cardinals lead 11-10, and they're coming to at-bat. The Bulldogs have pulled closer.
Yeah.
After giving up a lead.
North Mason in the top of the 6th had 3 runs on 3 hits. And now up, leading off is, let's see, is Linnea Garcia, the third baseman, and she is 0 for 3 in the ball game so far.
She took strike 1, called there. Garcia steps back in, waits for the 0-1 from De Matteo. Pitch on the way, swing, and that one's over our heads and off the screen for strike 2. So 0-2 to Garcia.
And we're in the top of the 7th, so crucial.
No, we're in the bottom of the 6th, Jerry.
Are we? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Bottom of the 6th.
I see. I didn't make
that
the
other
change.
inning has made your scorebook a mess, Jerry.
It has, because they had 15 hitters that one inning. Yeah.
Right. Pitch on the way, swing, and that one's fouled off the screen. Again, keeps the count at 0-2.
Well, what makes that nice on my air there, instead of 1 exciting inning left, we have 2.
Right. Cardinals with a 1-run lead. Would love to add an insurance run or 2 here. Leadoff batter in Garcia for the Cardinals. Behind in the count, 0-2. Pitch on the way. That's going to hit the turf in ball 1, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, turf ball.
Turf ball, yes. A term that was coined by Aiden Yu.
Yeah, we appreciate Aiden.
I'm sure he's at school right now.
Yeah, or he'd be up here with us.
So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garcia, leadoff batter for Franklin Pierce here in the bottom of the 6th for team leading 11-10. Pitch on the way. That's strike 3 called on the inside corner. That's out number 1.
And now up is number 22, your right fielder, Bailey Bim. And Bailey has an RBI and is 1 for 3 so far in the ball game, and has also scored a run.
So 1 out, nobody on. Pitch on the way, swing and a ground ball right back to Di Matteo off her glove. And a scoop up and throw over there by Young to Crowley just in time to get the out for out number 2.
And now up is number 21, Ivy Velasquez. And Ivy is 2 for 3. She has scored twice, has 2 singles.
So 2 out for Franklin Pierce here with 1-run lead. Pitch on the way. In there, high, ball 1.
And Ivy is your first baseman for the Cardinals.
So 1-0 is the count to Ivy. Pitch on the way, outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes to Ivy Velasquez. I just think it's interesting. Her first name is Ivy. Her last name is Velasquez. Her initials are IV. I just think it's interesting. Here's the 1-1. High for ball 2. So 2-1. Is it 1-1 or 2-1?
Well, let's see. Sometimes you can go by the scoreboard,
It's
but
2
we're
and
going to
1.
go by the umpire, which we should do, and he is helping us out.
Yeah, it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Ivy Velasquez. 2 out here. Pitch on the way. Strike 2 called, so 2-2.
On that inside corner. Close.
So here's the 2-2 pitch from DiMatteo. Fly ball, that's off the screen, foul, and Ivy's battling. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, 1-run lead for Franklin Pierce. Trying to get something going here to add on some insurance runs, if possible, but there are 2 outs and nobody on. Here's pitch on the way. Fly ball, that's headed out there. On the run is Arbogast. It's into foul territory. Arbogast can't quite get to it.
Nice try by the right fielder.
Stephanie Arbogast. The count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. For Franklin Pierce, they're leading 11-10. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch on the way. He's got a piece of that one, and that will be. Oh, they're gonna call her out. So that'll do it for Franklin Pierce here in the inning. We head to the top of the 7th. Last 3 outs remain for the Bulldogs.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Leading things off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 7th is Kendall Mathis, and she'll get some contact, but that goes for strike 1.
And on that last inning, it was a strikeout on that third because the catcher did catch the foul ball.
Right.
So that made it a 3rd out. Kendall Mathis has a great eye. She's 1 for 2, has a double, has scored, has an RBI, and she has 2 walks. And that's important right now. They need a runner on base.
Right. The Bulldogs down to their final 3 outs, and Mathis takes a ball outside. So 1-1 is the count.
And this is her 5th time up.
How many hits do we have? Are we working on, Jerry? Do you have the count of hits so far?
The count of the pitches?
Hits. Doesn't matter. I'll check in a minute. Picked on the way. A little dribbler. It's going to be picked up by Garcia, but she bobbled it, and Mathis is on the first base.
I think even if she had got it, I don't think she could have thrown her out at Kendall Mathis. Kendall has some speed. but she's got a single on that. And now up is Sarah Pruitt. Sarah has 3 doubles. She is 3 for 4. She has scored 3 times.
Actually, this is number 13 on batting, Jerry, and that is, wait a minute, hold on. We had this all wrong. As Arbogast was the last batter, and this is Mathis. So Arbogast led things off, Jerry.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, wait a minute. Kendall was...
Okay, so now Kendall Mathis is up, and Kendall, as we mentioned, has had a pretty good night. She is 1 for 2 and 2 walks.
She shows bunts one. It's going to stay fair. Runners are safe on the bases at first and second, as Arbogast is safe at second now. The Bulldogs have runners at first and second with nobody out, and here comes Sarah Pruitt.
And both Kendall Mathis and Stephanie Arbogast have singles, and they both have a lot of speed. And Sarah Pruitt is now up. Sorry for that. She is 3 for 4. Scored 3 times, 3 doubles, and has played a really good shortstop position today on defense.
Pitch on the way. It's going to be low, ball 1.
The lead runner is on first base for North Mason right now.
Here's the 1-0. That one's going to be fouled off the screen.
Or I should say go-ahead runner is on first base.
Tying runner is at second. The go-ahead runs at first. And Sarah Pruitt is at bat with a 1-1. Nobody out. Stephanie Arbogast represents the tying run at second base. Kendall Mathis is at first base. The potential go-ahead run. Pitch on the way. Fly ball. That one's going to go over our heads, out of play for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sarah Pruitt. So we're reset here, Jerry. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, 2 on. 11-10 is the score, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. High fly ball, center field. Out there is going to be caught for the out, and on the play, however, Arbogast makes their way to third. So 1 out, and runners are now at the corners.
Give her credit for a sacrifice fly there, Sarah Pruitt.
So 1 away.
Yeah, now up is your third baseman, Alyssa Hatfield, number 22. And she has 2 walks, and she has a double. She is 1 for 2.
So the tying run's at third base. The go-ahead run is at first base. And at the home plate is Hatfield. First pitch to her. She smacks one high. Fly ball. It's going out there to left field. It's Scott. It's caught, I should say, tagging and coming in to score is going to be Arbogast, and that ties the game at 11. And runner holds there at Mathis at first, so there's 2 down.
Okay, and now up is your center fielder, Audrey Johnson, and she has scored twice.
Sorry,
and she is 1 for 2.
And she grounds one right to third base. Throw to first, and they got her, but the Bulldogs even things up in their half of the 7th. It's an 11-11 game. We head to the bottom of the frame, see what the Cardinals can do. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
We head to the bottom of the seventh inning. 11-11 is our score. Cardinals looking to walk off with a win here, Jerry, but it's all knotted up. Let's see what they can put up here.
Yeah, 11 apiece, and Linza Gady is up, and she is 1 for 3, had a single in the fourth inning.
It's the first pitch to Gady. Swings and misses. That's strike one.
In the top of the seventh, North Mason got 1 run to tie it up thanks to the sacrifice fly by Alyssa Hatfield.
So Katie's waiting for the 0-1. Swings and misses at the next pitch, and it's 0-2. Is it Hoffmeister coming up to bat afterwards on deck?
That is correct.
Yeah, okay. So 0-2 to Katie. Tie ball game. Bottom of the seventh inning. Is the leadoff batter for the Cardinals. Swing, and that is going to be out number, tagged her out. Out number 1 for Franklin Pierce.
And now, as you said, up is the pitcher, number 15, Emma Hoffmeister, who's pitched pretty well for the Cardinals the last couple innings. She is 1 for 3. Grounded out to the shortstop twice and had a single in the fifth inning and an RBI, 2 RBIs.
Takes ball 1. There we go. Finally get the scoreboard right. He went through all the numbers to get to ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on for the Cardinals. Looking to end it here as they're the home team, and it's all tied up at 11. So 2 balls, no strikes. To Emma Hoffmeister. Here's a pitch on the way. Ooh, strike 1 called. A little bit of a curve that dropped in there.
Yeah, right on the inside corner.
Yeah. So 2 balls and 1 strike I have. Yep, 2 and 1. Whoever's running that scoreboard thing is having some troubles. Here's the 2-1. That one is, gonna be fouled off. Nearly caught there by Markinson, but dropped, and that is going to be strike 2, so the count is even.
Out of her reach.
Yeah, just a little bit. So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for Franklin Pierce. Bottom of the 7th inning, 11-11 is our score.
And Hoffmeister is trying to help her case or her situation here by scoring.
There's a little ground ball to hit her. That's going to be foul ball. So as the count remains, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 11-11. Can you get any better than this, Jerry?
We can't. I mean, this is exciting. I wasn't sure what to expect in this game. I know both teams were seated about the same place.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Emma Hoffmeister, the batter for Franklin Pierce. Tie ball game at 11, bottom of the 7th. DiMatteo with the pitch inside.
Almost hit her.
That's going to be ball 3, so the count goes full.
Yeah, she would have got hit if she'd been any closer. She's standing right in the middle of that batting box.
Now she's standing up there with a full count. Here's the next pitch on the way. Fly ball. Center field. Johnson out there to get under it. Grabs it, and that's out number 2.
And Johnson has a good glove.
So 2 away for the Cardinals from Franklin Pierce.
Yeah. And now up is number 7, the catcher, Rhea Higgins. And Rhea is 1 for 3, was hit by a pitcher and had a single in the in the 5th inning.
So first pitch to Higgins. Line drive off the glove of Pruitt. Higgins turns the corner at first and holds up there as the ball got into center field, then she'll get back. So there's 1 pitch and 1 on, 2 out for the Cardinals.
Nice try by Sarah Pruitt, but couldn't quite get to it and give Rhea Higgins a single. She is the winning run there on first base. And up now is the center fielder, number 10, Leela Kinich. And Leela is 1 for 3, has 2 walks and a single and an RBI.
First ball's in there for first pitch is in there for a ball. Higgins over at the first base represents the winning run for the Cardinals, but there are 2 outs.
And Leela was the starting pitcher for Franklin Pierce.
And that's a wild pitch there. A throw to second, and Higgins is sliding in safely at second. So now...
runner in scoring position.
Yeah. And the count is 2 balls, no strikes after that wild pitch.
It's interesting.
Oh, they're going to walk her, so that puts runners in first and second.
Which is probably a smart move because the go-ahead run is on second. Now you've got a force-out situation.
At third or any base,
yeah.
You got 2 out. And who's the batter, Jerry?
Smart move. Okay, the batter now is Riley Alosio. She's the cleanup hitter. And she is having a pretty good night. She is 2 for 3, 2 singles, and a walk.
First pitch was a ball inside.
And scored 1 run. No, that's a good move.
Jerry's approving the move to walk the batter, to put runners at first and second, to pretty much tap a base, and you're out of this inning. Pitch on the way, outside for ball 2 to Alosio. And 2 balls, no strikes. 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah, that's the only problem right there is you walk a person. But I think overall smart strategy.
So 2 balls and no strikes to Alosio. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 1, so 2 balls and 1 strike.
She's throwing with some heat.
Yep. Higgins represents the winning run at second base for Franklin Pierce. Alosio's on first base. Is that right? No, I'm wrong. Alosio's the batter. Excuse me, I'm behind 1. Never mind. Here's a pitch on the way. That one's fouled off the screen, so the count goes even at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th inning, 11-11 is our score. North Mason looking to extend it into extra innings. Franklin Pierce looking to walk away with a win. Pitch on the way. Inside and low, ball 3, so the count goes full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. 11-11 is our score. Pitch on the way. Fly ball, that's gonna, Young comes in and grabs it, extend it to extra innings. We head to the 8th, Jerry, still knotted at 11.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take-Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
Well, Jerry, we're back heading to extra innings. We have not broadcast an extra inning game.
We have not this year.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
The only thing close to that was when we were up at North Mason at the beginning of the season, and that 7th inning was kind of like an extra inning, but it didn't count. That's the closest we've had to an extra inning. I don't think we had an extra inning for the boys either, have we?
Sorry, an official asking me what's going on here. So we are in the 8th inning, top of the 8th. North Mason will lead things off.
Yeah, and leading off for North Mason will be your catcher, number 11, Jenna Markison.
Just strike all that, Jerry. Because the extra innings for the 9th, you put a runner at second. And they did, and then the official says, nope, you can't do that. Got to play one more inning to get to that point. So it's a standard inning in the 8th. So Markison's going to lead things off.
Thank you.
I was just wondering if that was going to change the order at all. Pitch on the way, swing and a fly. It's going to go hooking foul over the top, headed into the play area.
Now in your Major League Baseball, they would have a person on second base to start off the inning, but here they have to wait another inning. Interesting.
Yeah, 11-11, top of the 8th we go. And it's an 0-1 to Jenna Markinson to lead things off here for the Bulldogs, trying to keep alive here in the district
Jenna
tournament.
is 1 for 4. She had a double, had 2 RBIs, and has scored a run, also has a walk.
So the count is now 1-1 to the leadoff batter, Markinson. Pitch on the way, swing, and that one's fouled over everybody's head for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter. Adriana Crawley is on deck. We're out of balls here. And here comes the ball. Sort of, I think. We've got a delay here, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange we don't have balls all lined up for this, but guess they weren't ready for this kind of activity, maybe.
Yeah, it's unusual to have This is just another example of how exciting this game has been.
Right, and just to point out that we have been at this for almost 2.5 hours, Jerry, and the next game in the bracket is supposed to be playing right now.
Yeah.
But we're in extra innings. We're in the 8th, top of the 8th, 11-11.
And now we could say afternoon.
Oh, it's definitely. It's almost 12:30. So Markson will step back into the box with 1 ball and 2 strikes, leading things off for the 8th. Pitch on the way, and it's high for ball 2.
Jenna has a pretty good eye. She does have a walk back in the 5th inning.
So here's the 2-2 to Markson. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and down goes Markison swinging. So 1 away for North Mason here in the 8th.
And now up is number 21, your first baseman, Adriana Crowley. And Adriana is 2 for 4, 2 singles in this ball game.
So Crowley will step into the box, wait for the first pitch from Meister. It's high for ball 1. Step back in after a couple of practice swings. Here's the 1-0. Just a bit high as well, so that's ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to Adriana Crawley.
Trying to get a runner on.
And keep alive here. Pitch on the way. There's strike one called.
Right down the middle.
Yeah.
She was taken.
Yeah, 2 balls and 1 strike. Got to remind everybody this is a single elimination portion of this tournament. There's no tomorrow, no next game unless you win. Pitch on the way for that one's fouled straight off the top. And that gets the count to 2-2 to Adriana Crowley. Jordan Young on deck. 1 out. Nobody on for the Bulldogs here. 11-11 is their score. Top of the 8th. Here's the 2-2 from Huffmeister. That one's a fly ball that's going foul out of play. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to think if the Bulldogs have had a extra inning game this year or not. Don't think they have.
I don't think so from what I can remember of all the summaries.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that, so well, you can't get any better in trying to go the distance. Here's another swing and a foul off as Adriana Crowley still battles. Now the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for North Mason here in the top of the 8th.
The next hitter up, Jordan Young, also has 2 singles. So it would be nice to get this runner on.
So Crowley steps back into the box, waiting for the 2-2 from Hoffmeister. Pitch on the way. Line drive right into the glove of the third baseman for out number 2. Didn't even have to move.
And now up, of course, is Jordan Young, and I did mention to you that she is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. And she's your second baseman.
And Young extended this game into extra innings with a great play, diving there. She swings and hits one foul at the third base line, just inside the bag, so it's a foul ball. So strike 1.
And her singles, all of them have been hard hit.
A little bird flying around the infield here, Jerry, beneath us. You seen that?
Yeah, now I did.
Yes,
yeah.
over there. So the count to Jordan Young is no balls and 1 strike. Again, we're in the top of the 8th inning with an 11-11 score. Pitch on the way. Fly ball, shallow. It's going to drop. It's going to drop into center field, and Young is on with 2 outs.
Well, that's her 3rd hit, 3rd single. Go ahead or winning run.
Well, it's a go ahead. Because we're in the top of the 8th. It's still the go ahead run. Is that potentially?
Now up is Cheyenne Imboy, and Cheyenne is 0 for 4. And she is the designated hitter.
Pitch on the way, it's high for ball 1. Jordan Young over there at first base. Representing the go-ahead run, but there are 2 outs. Imboy is the batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way. That's into the turf and ball 2, so 2-0 to Imboy.
And now Imboy can be very selective.
Stephanie Arbogast is on deck. Should Imboy reach. Again, Jordan Young is at first base. 2 out. Pitch on the way. Swing and a ground ball right up the middle, right into the hands of the shortstop. She'll take a couple of steps, step on the bag, and the Bulldogs leave the go-ahead run out there at first base. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 11.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
So we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 11-11 is our score. Coming up to bat is Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, and Caitlin Agerter, the shortstop, number 3, is leading it off here in the bottom of the 8th. She is 3 for 4, a double and 2 singles, Diedrich.
So the Cardinals looking to, again, another opportunity to walk off with a win here. Here's the first pitch to Agerter. It's high for ball 1. You know, I might have to sit down for the rest of this game, Jerry. I've been standing the whole game here.
Yeah, you have.
Well, it's kind of because my equipment is a little high in the air.
Yeah.
It's all right. So here's the 1-0. It's outside for ball 2 to Agerter from DeMatteo. Franklin Pierce, the home team here. We are in the bottom of the 8th, all knotted up at 11. Pitch on the way. And again, outside of the pitch. That's ball 3, so 3-0 to Agerter. Caitlin is a junior, Jerry.
Linnea Garcia is on deck.
Pitch on the way. That's a strike on the outside corner. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Agerter. Leadoff batter here for the for the Cardinals here. In the bottom of the 8th inning, 11-11 is their score. Loser goes home. Winner heads and plays again on this field in a couple hours. Pitch on the way, and that's strike 2 called. So the count is full to Agerter. Caitlin looking to get on base here.
Yeah, there'll be one more game before the winner of this game plays.
Right, exactly. Pitch on the way, swing, and that one's going to be foul.
Just barely foul.
Oh, boy, was it barely foul. Up the first base line. So the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The leadoff batter for Franklin Pierce here in the 8th. Sun reflections are starting to get to me here. Okay. So Caitlin Agerter steps back in. Dip of the knees. Waiting for the 3-2 pitch. High, and there is
a leadoff walk.
Yeah, leadoff walk, and represents the winning run over there at first base now for Franklin Pierce.
And now up is your third baseman, number 23, Linnea Garcia. And she is 0 for 4. Looks like we might have a change here, or a courtesy runner or whatever. Let's see what's going on here. I don't think it'll be a courtesy runner.
No, I don't think it's a courtesy runner, but it may be somebody else batting in the order here.
Yeah, because I think Agerter looks like she's pretty quick. I don't think they want to take her out of there. Yeah, Garcia is up.
Yep, so Garcia is the batter. So the winning run is at first base for Franklin Pierce. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 11-11 is the score. First pitch shows bunt. Runner goes. Throw to second. She's safe. She avoided it, and then she got her. She jumped off the bag and tagged her out. Great job by Pruitt there to recognize that she got off the base, and that's out number 1 for the Cardinals. Good heads-up play by Sarah Pruitt to tag the runner. Missed the tag, Exeter did a good job avoiding the tag, the initial tag, and then slid off the bag, and Pruitt recognized that and tagged her out. So 1 away.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Pruitt.
Pitch on the way and a fly ball. That's going to drop in for a base hit in shallow center field. And there is a 1 out.
And
single.
now up is number 22, the right fielder, Bailey Bim. And Bailey is 1 for 3, had an RBI back in the 4th inning. 1 for 4.
So 1 out and 1 on for the Cardinals here in the 8th inning, the bottom of the 8th. 11-11 is their score. Bim waiting for the first pitch to her. Swinging a ground ball chopper. It's going to be, it's Young bobbled that one, couldn't corral it, and all the runners are safe, first and second now. Wow, I don't think I've seen Young bobble a ball like that.
No, I haven't either. And now up is Ivy, and Ivy is 2 for 4, 2 singles, and has scored twice.
It's Ivy Valaquez. First pitch in there for ball. We talked about the base stealing ability of Franklin Pierce at the beginning of this broadcast. Haven't seen a lot of that so far in this game, but I think you might hear in this inning. Although you have a runner in scoring position at second base. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Bim. It's Bim, right? The batter?
The batter up is Ivy Velasquez.
Oh, Velasquez. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm off. So Velasquez is at bat with a 1-1. Pitch on the way. Strike 2 called.
Nice pitch.
So
right
Ivy,
down to the bottom of the strike zone.
So Ivy has 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 2 on for Franklin Pierce here in the top of the 8th inning. 11-11. That is our score. Pitch on the way. High for ball 2. Excuse me. So 2-2 the count. To Ivy. Velasquez. Again, runners at second and first. Here's the 2-2 from DiMatteo. Low and ball 3, so the count is now full.
And 1 out?
Yes, 1 out and 2 on. Thank you, Jerry. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That will walk the bases loaded, Jerry. So the bases are now loaded for the Cardinals with 1 out.
And now up is Lindsay Gady, the left fielder, number 10. And she is 1 for 3, has a single back in the 4th and an RBI.
So we're having some chatting here. I got a low battery left and right over in something else. So let's go. 8 for 10, Jerry.
Okay.
8 for 10. So this is Esperanza Bim. Yes, I'm sorry, Jerry. I couldn't get it out.
Esperanza.
Yeah, Esperanza is the batter.
And she has already been a courtesy runner once so far.
She's
in
batting,
this game.
and she swung and missed at the first pitch. So the bases are loaded. 1 out. And Bim, Esperanza, Bim is the batter. Pitch on the way. So that one's fouled off. So that's going to be strike 2. So 0-2 is the count.
And of course, this is her first time up. But did see some action as a courtesy runner.
Yeah, pretty early.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch on the way. Strike 3 called, and that's out number 2 for the Cardinals with the bases loaded.
Can we get any more excited? I mean, this is great. And now up is your leadoff hitter, your pitcher, number 15, Emma Hofmeister. And Hofmeister is 1 for 4. Has a single, has a walk, 2 RBIs, and is your pitcher.
Oh, they call that a strike? Was that a strike, Jerry?
Yeah.
It was a strike. Wow. Looked like it was really inside, so that's strike 1. So 1 to Hofmeister. Bases are loaded, 2 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. There's the pitch on the way, swing and a ground ball. It's going to be scooped up and a throw over to third for the out, and that will do it. The Cardinals leave the bases loaded, come away with nothing. We head to the 9th, all knotted at 11.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
So, Jerry, we head to the top of the 9th inning.
And we have a runner on second.
Yeah, that's what they tried to do in the last half inning. And that is Imboy out there at the second base, Jerry.
Yeah, and Stephanie Arbogast is up, and she is your right fielder, and she's 2 for 4. She has 2 singles and has scored twice.
So runner at second, and there is a foul ball that Arbogast kind of hung the bat out there, kind of connected with it, and it went foul.
Yeah,
So.
the nice thing is with her batting stance, she gives herself another second in getting to first. And I like what they do at first base. They make that base a lot longer so there's no interference or anybody getting hurt.
Pitch on the way, and it's going to be strike 2 called, so 0-2 to Arbogast. Again, runner at second base, and Imboy represents the go-ahead run for the Bulldogs. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Leadoff batter here. There's a pitch on the way. That's a swing and a miss. And down goes Arbogast for out number 1.
And now up is your left fielder, and that'll be Kendall Mathis, number 13. And Kendall has had 2 walks, a double, and a single, and she is 2 for 3.
First pitch on the way. Inside for strike 1.
And Kendall definitely has some speed getting down first, especially being a left-hand hitter, and she has a good eye.
And strike 2 called. So 0-2 to Mathis. Again, runner at second base. 1 out. Hofmeister into a windup. Here's the pitch. High, that's a pass ball. Imboy goes to third, throws off, and nice stop out there by, who was that? That was Garcia, isn't it? Or no, Katie. Great backup there, but on the play, off the wild pitch. Runner goes to third base. So Wimboy is at third base. And the count is 1-2. There's a fly ball that's going foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Kendall Mathis, the batter, trying to bring the go-ahead run home at third base. Pitch on the way.
Just a little outside.
That'll even the count up at 2-2. Mathis steps back into the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Pitch on the way. High for ball 3, so the count goes full. So 3-2. Pitch on the way, fly ball, center field on the run to grab it, and getting to it there was the center fielder. I believe that's number 10, and that'll be out number 2.
A nice throw inside, too, into the catcher, in case she was thinking about sacrificing.
So 2 away for the Bulldogs here in the 11th. That'll bring up Sarah Pruitt.
Yeah, and Sarah is having a good evening. She has 3 doubles.
And they just walked her.
Yeah.
So she heads to first base. So the runners are at the corners now, and Alyssa Hatfield is the batter.
Yeah, the third baseman, and she has 2 walks and a double. Scored once.
2 outs. Runners at the corners. Go ahead run at third base. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right up the middle. It's going to be gathered up there and tossed over to second for the out, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs. They managed to get the go-ahead run over to the third, but can't bring it home. And we head to the bottom of the 9th, still 11-11.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
So we head to the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Cardinals have a runner at second base, and that is in Hoffmeister, right?
Yeah,
Emma Hoffmeister.
And she made the 3rd out, so she automatically goes to second.
Yep.
In your second inning of over.
The next inning.
Yeah.
And the batter is?
Rhea Higgins, the catcher, number 7. And she is 2 for 4, 2 singles.
She flies hits the first pitch, and Young lost it in the sun, and it drops in, and that gives the Cardinals runners in the corners after 1 pitch, Jerry.
Yeah, that's a...
Had to be the sun in that one.
It was. She was trying to... And boy, now you're going to ask me to give it... I could give it a single. I think they'd probably call it an error.
Well, I don't know about this an error.
Huh?
I don't know. I just call it a single.
Okay, I will do that.
So runners at first and third, as the winning run is over at third base for Franklin Pierce.
Yeah, Leela Kilich is up. She's your center fielder, and she is had 3 walks. She has a good eye.
First pitch is ball. So again, Franklin Pierce has runners at first and third, winning run right there at third. And Emma Hoffmeister.
She's 1 for 2. Kenny Shoes.
Kinnock has 1 ball, no strikes on her, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitch on the way. Runner, a swing and a miss. Thought the runner was going to go, Jerry. I got that wrong. Got to update my graphics. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning, folks. Runners at first and third. Nobody out for Franklin Pierce. Kinnock is the batter. So 1-1 on the count. Pitch on the way. Ground ball. Fair ball into left field. Run comes in, and Hoffmeister and the Franklin Pierce Cardinals move on in district with a walk-off 12-11 win. Wow, Jerry, what a game.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of anticlimactic when you come to this point where it was just a walk-off. And Franklin Pierce moves on. North Mason, unfortunately, has to go home. We're going to take a timeout. Be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by CC.
Using marijuana and alcohol can amplify feelings of stress and anxiety. There are healthier ways to cope, like engaging some or all of your senses. 1 sense at a time. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. The next time you feel stressed, remember to use your senses.
Mason Health wants you to stay healthy. Are you turning 65? Mason Health can help you maximize all that Medicare has to offer. Did you know Medicare covers preventive services under the Medicare Wellness Program? Medicare coverage includes screenings for depression, diabetes, obesity, and alcohol misuse. You can also get mammograms, pap smears, pelvic exams, and more. Talk to your healthcare provider, or you can find more information on masongeneral.com.
Getting unneeded medications out of the home can help prevent misuse, abuse, and accidental poisoning. The Drug Take-Back program provides consumers with a safe means for disposing of unused, unneeded, and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs. Mason County has 10 prescription drug take-back boxes at various pharmacies and tribal locations. For more information, go to medtakebackwashington.org.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
So it's a final here at the rack in Lacey. The Franklin Pierce Cardinals beat the North Mason Bulldogs in the district tournament 12-11 in 9 innings. And Jerry's scrambling to fill in the scoring boxes there on his very messy, almost out of space scoring book. Yeah. Anyways, the Bulldogs struck first, got 2 runs in the first inning. Cardinals came back, got 1. North Mason was able to build up a 7-1 lead, and then the Cardinals, Franklin Pierce, rallied and took the lead. And then North Mason came back and forced extra innings, only to fall in the 9th by that final score of 12-11. You can't get any better than that, and down to your last extra innings and last at-bats, and oh my goodness, Jerry. good job on both teams' parts. Yeah, it's kind of a heartbreaker for North Mason to suffer that loss in the ninth inning. But that's also why they put the runner at second, so you had that opportunity to push him home. And Jerry has some totals for us.
Well, I sure do. You know, we've announced a lot of games this year, and this is the most exciting game I've seen. I got to say that.
Hands down.
The
hands up as he's doing.
The longest, but the most exciting.
Yeah.
And I want to congratulate both teams. North Mason, good job.
Yeah, 3 hours and.
Is that long?
10, yeah, about 3 hours.
Wow.
About 3 hours on the field here.
You wanted to know the statistics, and
Yep,
here
go
they
ahead.
are. We had 11 runs for North Mason on 14 hits. The leading hitter was Sarah Pruitt, and she had 3 doubles and a walk. Also, Kendall Mathis had 2 hits. Alyssa Hatfield had a hit. Audrey Johnson had a hit. Jenna Markinson had 2 hits. Adriana Crowley had 2 hits. Jordan Young also had 3 hits, all singles. And Mboy, no hits. And Stephanie Arbogast had 2 hits, 2 singles. So 11 runs on 14 hits, and I don't think they had an error. If they did,
well, maybe 1 or 2, but we don't.
Maybe 1.
We don't focus on errors. We
I
focus
don't.
on,
I don't.
We don't. We
We're
try
just-
to go with the
It's not our thing.
positive. No.
We're here being positive.
Right.
Franklin Pierce had 15 hits, 12 runs, and of course Emma Hoffmeister sure helped her cause by getting an RBI single. Was that in the 9th or 10th inning? 10th inning, right?
Oh, Hoffmeister. Yeah.
10th inning.
Thinking, no,
Wow.
wait, no. We went 9.
Was it 9?
Yeah, she scored the winning run. Hoffmeister did.
Yes, she
So,
did.
yeah,
and she was a winning pitcher.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through that. Hoffmeyer had 2 hits, a very important one at the end. Rhea Higgins had 3 singles. Lila Kenich had 2 hits. Riley LaRosio had 2 hits. Agatar Caitlin had 2 hits. Linnea Garcia had a hit. Bailey Bim had a hit. Ivy Velasquez had 2 hits. And Lindsay Gady had a hit. So that all adds up to, I've got 15 hits for
sounds
12
about
runs.
right,
What
yeah.
does they say?
Well,
I always like to know.
I don't have that available, Jerry. My iPad has gone into extra heat over mode, so can't give you what the official team scores say, but that's all right.
What a game.
Yeah, it was a nice game, Jerry. Well, Franklin Pierce will play the loser between Port Angeles and Ording, and it was originally scheduled for 2 p.m., but we're after 1, so it might be like more 3:30 or so, because the Port Angeles Ording game is on this field next, very soon, as soon as they get done prepping the field. North Mason, unfortunately, their season comes to an end. They finish with a 6-11 overall record. I guess our next broadcast, sports-wise, will be this fall when football season kicks off with the Mason County Cup and the Battle for the Axes. Shelton plays at North Mason on September 1st.
Wow.
Of course, we do have the Mason County Forest Festival Grand Parade, Paul Bunyan Grand Parade, coming up on the 1st of June. Is it the 1st? No.
First
Saturday.
of June?
First Saturday in June. And that, we'll have
That's always fun.
Yeah, I'll have some special things happening for that, so you might want to keep tuned to, keep checking MasonWebTV.com for updates on that.
Well, Diedrich, it's been a pleasure working with you this year. I always enjoy your hard work and your updates before the game, and just all the wonderful things that you do on your website, letting the people in our county know what's going on, county-wise, city-wise, fire districts, school board.
School boards, yeah. Well, I try to keep on top of all that. It's hard to do. Well, Jerry, I want to thank you for your help this season.
Thank you.
And
pleasure.
That will do it for us here at the Rack and Lacey. Final score again, Franklin Pierce 12, North Mason 11. Franklin Pierce moves on after 9 innings. We will talk to you soon. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, was made possible by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934.
Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, helping provide prescription drug take-back boxes in Mason County.
Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.